Welcome to Atlanta. Crisis Officer 5000, Jeremiah, the camp leader of Atlanta. Passover 2025, starting April the 9th, we got the lamb slaughter. April the 10th, we got General Muhammad's class. April the 11th, we got the black party that's gonna have the Hebrew graduation. April the 12th, in Atlanta, Georgia, the 56th annual Passover, the only Passover under Commander YAHANNA.
Our great and holy King have honored us for turning our lives from the darkness to the light, man. There's no greater gift you can receive than to wake up to the truth and then commit your life to saving your brothers, man. Looking in their eyes and seeing their faces and seeing what they've suffered and what they've gone through and seeing the end of it, man. It is a guaranteed seat in the kingdom of heaven, man. So in the name of our King YAHWH, we dedicate us another Passover of brothers and sisters' lives being saved.
April the 13th, we got the Feast of Unleavened Bread. Shalom.
So I have to be honest and let you know that I screamed a little bit when I heard you say, "What's up, baby?" Ah, man, like what? What are we gonna do? Cause this is torture.
Just call my can't bleed and request me. Just call my can't bleed and request me. Just call my can't bleed and request me. Call my can't bleed and request me. Just call my.
From a spark to a flame, it burns bright. Like the feeling when you finally got my name right. Like a star in the dark, you provide light. Yeah, this could turn into something if we align right. I see you trying to change your life cause you want better. What I'm convinced in 6 months better is together. A story written for the ages, so in this short time, let's be open books. Explore pages like, are you down through all the changes? Jah finds out I'm an Israelite. I lose wages, how about the times and every month when you change phases? And after that, getting your cheeks clapped in different places. Matter of fact, I tell you now, you'll need leg braces. Cause after camp, do benevolence, sensations. And after camp, excavations and temptations. Move that damn hand, girl, that's a violation. Can you follow orders, I wonder? Cause when I'm mad, my voice sound like thunder. It's all love, my pretty dove. Just want you to be something that I'm proud of. It's my job to correct, so never disrespect. A white rose, you wanna be chose, I'ma hit your camp leader, see how it goes, and pray that he don't oppose, cause that's how this old UPK thing goes. Decently and in order so we escape woes. You really do impress me, and now I can't wait until your spirit reflects me. Look in the mirror and tell yourself you accept me, and take the steps to call my camp leader and
just
request me.
Call my camp leader and request me. Call my camp leader and request me. Just call my.
Oh my gosh, I'm getting excited. Oh wee, yeah, I'm getting excited. Yeah, I did hear that music.
Shalom. This year for the 56th annual Passover, Commanding YAHANNA will be offering babysitting services for free for anyone that pays their $200 Passover fee. For paid babysitting and registration for babysitting, please contact Officer Yardan at 773-970-4343. Shalom.
Your boy
Pastor Troy going all the way up with you, man. You already know. Friday, April 11th at the Atrium. Yeah, man. Doors open at 8 p.m. You already know. We're going from 8 p.m. to 2 a.m., man. You already know it's going all the way down. Your boy Pastor Troy, DJ Jelly performing live. And then we getting out there, man, Saturday, yeah, April 12th. It's going all the way down for the Passover. Yeah, man, you already know. At the Marriott Marquis downtown. Yeah, man, we're going from 5 p.m. to midnight. You already know. Hosted by Commanding General YAHANNA. Your boy Pastor Troy is going to be in the building, man. Y'all boys holler.
Friday. You already know it's April the 11th in Atlanta, Georgia, at the infamous classic Atrium. I.S.U.P.K presents the All-Black Party with live performances by
Never see another
King
nigga like
Ty.
this. Used to have that white bitch popping on the night.
144. Nakawan.
Snitching in the act like bitches. That's why we unaffiliated.
Sean.
If I'm more right, that's good business.
Natazai.
We in the game, coach. Fuck you talking, hey?
Special guest from China Monet and Georgia's own Pastor Troy. 8 p.m. to 2 a.m. You already know ISUPK.com. Shalom.
If I told you go to hell, would you tell I cursed? I read.
Hey, slow your style. What's going on, Breeze?
Hey, style, what's going on? I don't want.
Everything toward.
What's wrong?
But that Passover demon is something else, huh?
How you say that?
You'll see. I go knock on right there.
Oh shit.
Hey, Shalom, stop.
Hey, slow your
Style.
style.
What's going on? I don't want.
Y'all paid y'all Passover fee?
Nah, I pay mine in a couple weeks. About 2-3 weeks.
I paid half for it, man.
Half for it.
Con.
2-3 weeks, huh?
Ouch!
I know you ain't trying to teach class and you ain't pay your Passover fee.
I can't teach class out of one.
That's on you. Lord be with y'all. Lord be with you.
Ooh-wee.
Lil Joe don't do nothing.
Alright. You know what? I'm tired of betting these dollars. Nigga back 10.
Nigga bad.
Nigga back.
Nigga bad.
Nigga back 20.
Nigga bad.
Oh, yeah, watch. It's gonna hit. Oh.
No, y'all niggas ain't in there shooting dice. Y'all ain't pay y'all Passover fee.
Con, sir.
Lord be with y'all.
Con.
That's on you. Lord be with you.
Get your money up. Ooh-wee. I got them new J's for the all-black party. Hey, come check them out. Watch it. Look. Oh, shit.
I know you ain't about to brand new J's and you ain't pay your Passover fee.
Con, sir.
That's on you, Op. Lord be with you.
Con.
Lord be with you.
Damn. Oh, man. Man, this Passover demon been crazy this year, man.
Come, sir.
Bruh, Osanaga been everywhere.
Man, the nigga was in my house.
Wow. Hey, let's just go on and pay this Passover fee right now.
Come,
I'm about to pay mine now.
Yeah, me too.
I know y'all ain't about to pay the Passover fee and y'all ain't pay the Passover fee. What y'all waiting on now?
I'll take care of it right now, sir.
That's on you.
Okay.
Lord be with you.
I don't want con, sir.
Lord be with you.
I don't give a love to fuck about what them bitches gotta say. I'm a woman West nigga till they put me in the grave. I don't give a love to fuck about what them niggas gotta say. I'm a woman West nigga till they put me in the grave. I don't care about what they say. Hey. Fuck with my I keep my don't fuck with my sisters, then I got a problem. I'm never gonna miss you. I got 100 hanging out the AR. I got a 50 hanging out the pistol. He says.
Shalom. The I.S.U.P.K. Washington, D.C. School under Command General YAHANNA now has a call-in hotline for any and every question that you may have about the Bible. Unlike the Christian church, we are here to teach the truth about the Bible. Call in and get your questions answered from the real priests and prophets of the Lord. Call 202-989-1950. That's 202-989-1950. Shalom. Shalom.
No, this is the first time I ever hearing that one. Maybe I did. I don't know, but I know we probably might need something that makes somebody want to call that. I don't know what the hell that is. Yeah, I mean that's not Detroit. I know Hadar y'all ain't listening to that shit. Hadar is not listening to that. Zarak and them ain't listening to that shit. All right. You know, we good? We up now? All right, let's pop it up. Yeah, show me our shot. You sure this camera straight? It look kind of almost like a crooked in there. Is it good?
Yeah.
It looked a little sideways. Maybe it's just me. You put the Caesar on the ground? I left it there for you. You put Caesar, the mat?
Yeah, Caesar.
No sweat. Always make sure Caesar is out front, all right? Caesar earn to be seen first. To make sure that nigga gets seen first. All right. 1 week, man. What's your how y'all feeling? Y'all ain't nah. Y'all ain't sounding like y'all feeling all right. Man. Shut the doors. Shut the doors. Shut the doors. Shut the doors. Y'all ain't sounding like y'all feeling all right. Don't tell me E.S.U.P. beating y'all up on that slave, you know. If that's the case, y'all might have to let me know. So I could call and say, did you know that nigga is, he's I'll solve your problem on your slavery real quick. Bakwash don't know I called. Bakwash called me in Salak and said they let me go. Oh, brother. That's rough, Mark. That's rough. He didn't know I called them first. Go ahead, Mark.
It's like real talk. I'm unemployable right now. I ain't.
Hey, listen, my word. Listen, I put that report in, brother. It's right. It's right as rain at this point, Doc. I call and complain on you, brother. They ain't gonna let you out the damn city. You know what I mean? And I'm fine with that, Doc. You unemployed, I got work for you. Don't worry about it. You ain't gonna never ever not have nothing to do. I got plenty work for you. All right. So we 1 week out of Passover. I hope you pay a Passover fee, $200 per adult, every adult 17 years and over. Pay your Passover fee, man. Get that Passover fee in. You're getting a whole week of events for just about $200. You can't go wrong at all with it. Security is right up, food right up, drinks right up. Everything all the way up. You're getting a whole concert, you know what I mean, with artists you would never be able to afford if this was some kind of Coachella movement or something. Go ahead. You're getting babysitting for free. You don't even want to watch your own kids. Somebody else gonna watch them for you, and it's all included in the 200. Lamb done, lamb gonna be, put down and skinned and seasoned and smoked, like how the Lord say to roast it. The bread gonna be made for you. The security is gonna be there. The concert is gonna be there. The performance gonna be there. You know what I mean? The kids getting a whole party, and I forget the name of the place. They're gonna be down there, and they're gonna be pulling it all the way up, all the way up. You might, if you really want to see kids come alive, you probably might want to go to that kids party, brother. You know what I mean? Where the parents could just chill out and the kids just run themselves into sleep. It's outstanding. Absolutely outstanding. Forget your Hyman class every Thursday before Passover. You know what I mean? Always dropping it. You know, always have a good big class and rocking it out. The class going to be about 3 hours long. You know, his standard is 2 to 3. This time it might be about 3 to 4 because of the whole nation going to be there. I mean, what else we got? We got the lamb slaughter to kick it off Wednesday morning. That's the 8th. No, the 9th. The 9th, Wednesday, lamb slaughter. You could come get yourself a whole lamb. Y'all last year, I think DC, what y'all took? Y'all took a whole lamb, or was it the year before? The year before, y'all took a whole lamb, I think quarter a bull, I believe. I think y'all got some beef up in that thing. That was the other year. We went up in some farm up there in Pennsylvania, brother, and broke down a bull, a bison, a big ass bull. Broke that shit down. It was so much, so much of that beef to give away. It would have made Sakari jealous. Thing. So much meat to give away. Sakari would have been like, I want some. Right? You come and get that that lamb slaughter. You could still, if you want, you could get one for yourself. You could break it down with a brother. A few $100 you can get, and I think that meat, that shit gonna last you for some months well, if you cook regularly. If not, that shit could probably last you a year, maybe 2 years. You season it good or cure it down. What's the process you use, Bukwash? Canning. You can the shit down. It's just like boiling under pressure or something like that. Right. You can that shit gonna last you forever. You damn near make jerky out the thing, it's gonna last you forever. It's fresh too. It ain't that bullshit that we forced to eat from the stores. The Passover gonna be outstanding. How could I forget? Pardon me, boy. You'll see this thing right here. You'll see this right here. Because you can see this on the camera right here. You'll see that year right there.
Hold on 1 second.
I know some of y'all probably that was your birth year. Yeah. Some of y'all that you was born then. Some of y'all in that academy, y'all probably was born at that point. No, it's okay. Listen, they're gonna see it the day of the academy. I'm gonna be there. Don't worry. I'm gonna be right there. Don't worry about that shit. You know what I mean? I got myself a few of these because I wear them the hell out. Go ahead.
So I was saying that one day I was watching Command General YAHANNA and he had his cover on, and I was like, man, he flexing and people don't even know it because it has 19.
Brother. I mean, I think he's the only one that has 19. His one was at 84. 84 graduate Hebrew Academy. 84. What the hell was you in 84? Some of y'all wasn't even a thought. He wasn't even a thought yet. He's still in the Hennessy bottle at 84. You ain't come out the Hennessy bottle yet. Yeah, I mean, a few more years and they come out of that Hennessy bottle. You get point, so this year the brothers gonna be graduating, doing the trials. They're gonna go through hell though. I can tell you that much. They're gonna go through hell, and it's good because not everybody is fit for it. This is to prove you for it. You make it this far. Now there's one more hurdle to cross. There's one more hurdle to cross, and then boy, Captain Akkad is an outstanding brother in the brotherhood. But he's not going to be outstanding that Thursday. I'm going to tell you that straight up and down. I'm going to just let you know. I'm going to let you know right now. If you're looking for Captain Akkad, hey, Cap, what's going on? You tell you what's going on. So if you're looking for that shit, see him Wednesday or see him Friday. But that Thursday morning, brother, come on.
It's like, I'm going to say something without saying something. during my trials, he did something. I'm just looking at him like, really?
You're gonna ask yourself that. Listen, do you really? You don't need it. You go home. You don't have to take this shit. You going home. You know what I mean?
Like right here.
The water. Oh, so that's somebody's own. Right? You know how to deal with it. But there's brothers who went through the whole thing, and of course the next generation. I don't know when next it will be, but you're gonna see some men walk through that Passover that's gonna be absolutely outstanding and carrying a certain level of professionalism that this cover is going to reflect. All right. So if you want to go get one, just prepare yourself for the next generation. You're gonna need to prepare yourself for that next generation. Hold up. right? Just prepare yourself for it. It's going to be difficult, but it's going to be worth it. All right. You brothers who done did it, you know, by next Thursday night, you're going to have my respect. Up to Wednesday, I don't respect nothing you do. But by Thursday night, I'm going to look at you like, yes, comrade. All right. So the academy, the Passover is going to be outstanding. Feast of Unleavened Bread this Sunday. That's also part of your Passover. All right. That the unleavened bread technically starts Passover night, but Sunday is where we observe it. Starting unleavened bread, take all the leavening out of your house now. Right. Remove all the leaven from your house right now. Start getting it out. Give it away. Have a dog. Give the dog all the bread. Put the bread, you know. Give it to somebody. Give it away. Give all the leavening out of your house. Certain cereals is leavening. Your bread. What else we have is leavening? And some of them crackers, crackers you be having is leavened. What else is edible as leavened? You could look it up, right? If you're not sure, just call and ask. Some of that fried chicken be leavened too because of the flour, right? Just call and ask if you're unsure, but you want to get rid of them things now. Don't wait till you come back. Go ahead.
If I'm not mistaken, like every Thursday before the Passover, General Muhammad go over all that.
Because you're gonna get the calls. It's definitely the tradition of it. You're gonna get the calls, brothers and sisters always call, and just to get for sure what it is, right? But at the same time, even if you're unsure, just call your camp leader. Just call your camp leader, find out. If you ain't get nobody, put it out anyway. Just put it out anyway. You could always buy it back. All right. But stuff with the leavening in it, the alcohol, like the wine, the yeast in wine is not leavening. It's, that's fermentation. That's out. All right. Shit. And I hope you pay your Passover if you can get your ticket and get your shit together, because I don't know what the hell you're gonna be next week, but I know what the fuck I'm gonna be. You know what I mean? I don't want to hear your sub story either. I don't want to hear none of that shit. I'm gonna be like, oh yeah, somebody died. Oh, you lost your foot. Oh yeah, for real. All right. Any questions? Come on.
So there's a viral video going around. This brother is at the door. He's not letting this little girl in because her mother was bringing her into her his niece's birthday party. Right. So his niece is having a birthday party, and this little girl is coming to the birthday party, and the man is stopping them from coming in.
Okay.
Because he just found out that little girl wasn't his. Okay. He's been raising her the whole time, and he was like, "Nah, y'all,
The girl who's coming in, or the
girl who's coming in, he's stopping them."
Okay, and that's supposed to be what his
daughter. That was his daughter.
Okay,
and then he just had recently found out that was his daughter. Wasn't his daughter.
Okay,
so he was like, "You're not welcome here."
Okay,
basically, essentially.
Okay,
and he's arguing back and forth with the mother, saying, "Well, you're the only father she knew, so and your side of the family, she knows your side of the family. She was friends with the with the cousin, so which is not really a cousin, but basically what I'm saying is, like, because he was just going off, right there in front of the little girl. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's the UPK stance on something like that?
I can tell you my stance. Go ahead, Shapat. Yeah, the mic.
Family, he's the only one at the door doing that. The whole family wants her to come in.
The whole family is women.
Yeah, the whole family.
The whole family is women.
I think I can see kind of.
They another man in there saying for her to come in. All right.
I didn't see all that.
It's one of these.
Also there.
Yeah.
Okay. Well. Okay. This is what I would say first, right? It's fake. That shit is for views. There's no way that shit is actually real. And that whole thing is fake. A lot of this shit on the internet is really fake right now. You might think it's real. That shit ain't real. However, that happens to a lot of brothers. A lot of brothers get what, I don't know what you all call it up here, but in the islands they call it a jacket. Somebody fit you for a jacket. the tailor make a jacket for you to wear. It's not yours, but somebody gave you a jacket. You hear somebody saying that, it means the child that you have ain't yours. Right? What do you all call it up here?
Counterfeit baby.
That's hurtful. What did the child do? The child ain't the shit. Called child counterfeit. The child is a real child. I'm a real boy. Damn, man. All right. So okay, this is what you want to think of when you think about something like that. And this would be the UPK stance with everything. You don't want to focus on the symptoms of something. You want to focus on the root of it. The root of that situation is what?
Adultery.
A little bit that's a symptom of it. That's not the root.
White man's the devil.
That's always the root. That's like a defaulter. That's, come on.
You didn't take the time to court.
He chose the wrong broad. That's the foundation of everything. You chose the wrong woman. You chose a whore. You get the point? Okay. That's just the end all and be all of this situation here. You chose a whore. Give me in the Apocrypha. Give me first Ecclesiasticus 6. Give me that first, and then give me Ecclesiasticus 36. I'll tell you where just now. Let me get Ecclesiasticus 6 and 6. No, 6 and 7. You could start at 6.
This is the book of Ecclesiasticus chapter 6, verse 6.
Mm-hmm.
Be in peace with many.
Mm-hmm.
Nevertheless, have but one counselor of 1,000.
All right, what does that mean? Read it one more time.
Verse 6, be in peace with many.
Mm-hmm.
Nevertheless, have but one counselor of 1,000.
Okay. What does that mean? No. Anybody want to try? Let me see them wristbands. Yikes. Shapat in class looking like he already has one of them events at the Passover. Dang, you have to do something to it. All right. Might have to go into council and be like, General, those are mine. All right. That's just it. Do we have any proof? The proof is I wonder. Nah, they fly though. That's some fly shit. All right, yeah. Who have it? Who understands it? All right, we do one more time, man.
Be in peace with many.
Mm-hmm.
Nevertheless, have but one counselor of 1,000.
Okay. Be in peace with many, but nevertheless have one counselor of 1,000. Shapat, you get the mic, huh?
Like, basically, as I said, be in peace with many, so have many friends, but you only want to.
It didn't say have many friends.
That's a lot. You only want to have one person.
It didn't say have many friends.
Of course. It said be in peace with many.
Be in peace with many. What does that mean? Don't have many enemies. That doesn't mean you have many friends. That just means you just don't be a dickhead. Just don't be one. Be in peace with many. You could be a peaceable dude. You could be fine. You could be a cool dude. You never bother nobody. You're not causing unnecessary strife. You're always pleasant. The first verse says, instead of a friend, become not an enemy. You understand? You don't have to be friends with somebody, but you surely don't have to be their enemy. Right? So be in peace with many. Go ahead.
I'm gonna see you want that breakdown.
Say it?
So you wanted that breakdown?
No, we on 6. God damn, Shabbat all over the place now. Go ahead.
The lock is be in peace with many, but only have one person that you actually taking counsel with. You know, tell everybody your business, your mother, your grandmother,
because you're at peace with everybody. You understand? Because that could happen. You could be at peace with everybody, and because you are able to talk to everybody and be, you know, on a normal situation, it might occur to you that let me hear what this person has to say, let me hear what that person has to say. It said, be at peace with many, but nevertheless have one counselor of 1,000. Have some, there's one person who you go to for counsel, and it's good because, of course, just like a doctor has you go to a doctor, they want your medical history. If you go to the same doctor for the last 10 years, you know, he able to trace this situation you're dealing with now back to something he detected 5 years ago and be like, remember, you had that. But if it's a new doctor each time, you know, you probably ain't gonna get the best experience, you know, getting medically, you know, diagnosed with anything, right? You want to have but one counselor of 1,000. You want to go to this one person, let them know what's going on. And you don't have to go tell everybody everything. And this one counselor will know you over time, so they know what you need to hear. You might go to somebody new and they might be, well, yeah, that's a rough situation. I'm sorry to hear that. But if you've been going to this one person for 10 years, they might be like, I told you, stop doing that dumb shit, you dumb fucking ass nigga. What the hell is wrong with you? You might need to hear that shit. You might need to hear that instead than, oh, that's rough. Do you need a drink? That shit, you might not need that no more, because this person done seen you making the same. Go left, you go right. Go left, you go up. Go left, you go down. Then you're coming back again. Motherfucker, I told you go left. What's your problem? What you can't hear, you might need to hear that. Or you might need, well, how's it working out for you? Man, it's bad. Oh, okay. What do you think about that left? Nah, I'm gonna try something else. Okay, go ahead. They ain't gonna even stop you at this point, because they've done dealing with that over and over. You get the point? No, move on to the next one.
If thou wouldst get a friend, prove him first, and be not hasty to credit him.
What does that mean? If thou wouldst get a friend, prove him first. Be not hasty to credit him. And try it. Come on, pass the microphone.
I was just thinking the part about not being hasty, not calling him a friend right away. Let him prove that he's a friend.
Right. Basically, you're not quick to, that's my friend, which is the problem with Facebook. This person is your friend. If they change that button to something else, like, you know, connected over the internet, it might help a lot of people out. You understand? It might help a lot of people out gauge something, because you see friend request, you know, this stranger on the internet, you know, a nigga from nowhere, right? Something. But that word friend, doc, is cheap right now. It's lost its value. You get the point? You can't be hasty to credit a friend. You can't do that. A friend is proven over time, right? A friend has to be proved. And shit, we have friends that's been proved. I've been proved since 2008. 2008 right there, boy. Woo! Boy. See them 2 zeros, dog, and that 8, dog? That's proof right there. Not a war right here. You know what I mean? Sakari can't wear none of these.
Right.
That nigga can't wear none of this shit. Yeah, I mean, he, you know. By the end of tonight, I have a video. Sakari is Jewish. I'm gonna just prove it right to you. You're gonna get it tonight. That's a Jewish man. So you gotta prove a friend, right? And there's various methods of proving. And the UPK has a system of proving both men and women, starting with what?
Coming to class, getting all black.
90 days. That 90-day period is that first stage of proving who you are, right? If you want to be a trooper, you gain all black, but a sister, she don't have to gain all black. She ain't gonna never be a trooper. So that 90 days, that period of time is a period where there's a process that happens. You go through that time, you're gonna go through the process in that time, and then at the end of that, you can be proven. You're gonna be assessed and see if you're proven for it. You get the point? Beyond that 90 now, there's still another proven point. If you decide to become a trooper, sometimes you could just get a Hebrew name and remain a civilian. You don't have to be a trooper. You could reach your 90 days and get your name and decide, I want to be a civilian. All right. Many have done it. Many have done it the honorable way, as I would say, which is saying, I can't do what you all do. I don't think I could hold up to it, but I do support you all. And I just want to, I pay my tithes. I just come to class whenever. And that's fine. That's fine. Then there's the dishonorable way where you take your troopership and all of a sudden life just gets ridiculously hard for you. And you just, phase your own self out. That's a different thing. Or a sister phase herself out. But that troopership is something you get offered and you have to accept it. You have to know this is an oath you're making to the Lord. And that's that. You can't break your oath. After that troopership, you're going to, go through another process where you're going to be observed in the work of the Lord. Because now that you're a trooper, you could be involved in the work of the Lord. And you're going to get observed in the work. And then you're going to, be assessed again to see if you could be given the license to speak and do more in the work of the Lord, which is being able to teach. Somebody going to give you your officer's test, right? And then you get to study for your officer's test. Then as time goes on, you get told when to take your officer's test. You become an officer. And as you become an officer, now you're going to move more. You're going to see, start to do more work and you get observed again. And then it's like, okay, yeah, this person to prove themselves. You might move from officer 50 to 1,000, 50 to 500, whatever. You start moving up in rank because you done proven yourself to a certain point. And the higher up you got, the more you've proven yourself and proven being able to handle the job. And you were not credited hastily. You were put through the process. And this is the outcome. This is the final result. You get the point? So now, and for sisters, it's the same thing. The same thing is what? After her 90 days, she gets her name, right? She doesn't have a officership to take. She doesn't have a rank to take. But now she's considered one of our sisters. She's considered a daughter in Israel. She's considered one of our family. And after that 90, now she's part of us now. Now she could be roll with the body when the body is moving. Now there's a certain amount of trust that could be put in her. You get the point? Now she may not have a husband and she comes in. Could she be trusted now to be a wife to her brother? Hell no. She gonna have to do some more time. Could he be trusted to be a husband to her? Hell no. He gonna have to do some more time. They both gonna have to be around for 6 months. They have 6 months in the school. It gives them more time to prove themselves, more time to learn, more time to, get with it. After that, they could request permission to just talk to each other. Right? Half the room done gone there already. They ain't waiting that long. And good. Right. Ain't nobody stopping you. You just can't do it in here. You could do it somewhere else. You just can't do it in here. You had to get permission to talk to each other outside of the salute. And all right, how you doing, sis? I'm fine, brother. No problem. That's it. There's nothing else. She's to be saluted only. What the hell? How she doing matters to you? What are you asking her that for? Shut your mouth. Learn the salute and shut your mouth. That's it. Don't ask him how the hell he doing either. Don't ask him shit. He could be bleeding out his neck. Salute and keep it moving. We have a shaman for that, and we have a medic team for that whole thing. These smartphones, you could talk and dial 911. Don't pay a bill, you still could dial 911. Don't worry about it. Keep it moving. Why didn't he tell the brother, says, I'm 9 to 6 months yet? That's fine. Just keep it moving. All right. After that, you request to, because I know some brothers gonna spill blood so she could talk to them. She come around the corner. It says, oh my God, brother. All right, don't talk to him. Leave him there. Let him be. No problem. He'll be back. Reincarnation is real. He'll be back. Sis, don't worry about that shit. He'll be back. Come on, Shabbat. What you gonna say? You gonna cut your neck too?
This new definition, I die for you. You know what I'm saying?
Right? Let them be. Get permission to talk to each other. You tell the average person they need permission to even speak to each other. That's going, why I have to wait that long? Who the hell are you to talk to anybody? That wife that Sakari got, he didn't wait to marry her. I guarantee you he took her from some other nigga. She probably was begging. And, you know, he got her. You get the point? He didn't wait to get her. Who approved that marriage? You get the point? He didn't go through none of that shit. Come on.
They was doing the Passover to sing at the strip club, and she was like, "You single?"
Yeah, that was a peg over. That was no Passover. It was bend over. That was a bend over. You get the point? So already you're gonna lose half the room with that. You're gonna lose people with that because nobody want to wait. Nobody want to yield to authority, right? And that's part of also proving a friend. You're gonna have to yield at some point. You're gonna have to give up what you want for what should be done. Right, you're gonna have to ask to speak to her, just like at Passover. Passover is coming up. Sisters is gonna have what? Red corsages and white corsages. Red means off limits, nigga. This is a little small. This ain't nowhere close to, you know, what I really would like for you to see. But you know, red means stop. Like the stop sign. Red, just keep it moving. She gonna look good. It's Passover. Just keep it moving. See who her husband and say, hey, brother, you have bad rib there. No problem, brother. Yeah. So what? Keep it moving. Go on. Go ahead.
Sorry, if I could. There may be some sisters without any. I still treat that as a red corsage.
Well, I'll give you the game for that. What you want to do is ask any camp leader who that is, because that's the other. I'm again ahead of it. There's going to be white corsages, right? White corsages mean what? Who knows? Who's eager to tell me? Go ahead, Shafat. Come on with it. Shafat is like, not me. Come on. White corsages mean what? Shafat is like that. White corsages means she is, go ahead.
Single.
She is single. She is approved. That's the word I was looking for. I was testing you all. White corsages mean this sister is approved. She done did her time. She's approved. She's an upstanding young lady. She's not some scallywag that in 6 months gonna breed for you, and then 10 years later you find out it's, you know, the nigga who in the fold as her cousin. You're gonna find out that's his child. You get the point? That's not what you're gonna have with that white corsage. That white corsage means that, you know, she has some virtue, she has some value to her. She's not scandalous. No, she don't have the white corsage on her or the red one. Just find a brother who's reputable and inquire. All right, that's what I would say. But what I would say for sisters, just like brothers would gravitate to being in all black because it means something. Being an officer, it means something. To the Hebrew Academy, because wearing this cover means something. You sisters wearing that corsage, it means something for you. One corsage means you are absolutely precious to a brother and he will kill and die for you. The other corsage means you are precious to us all and we'll make sure that, you know, brothers and deal with you the right way, and you'll be held to a very high standard for how you act. In addition to the nation will kill and die for you. Now, they choose to wear none. You gotta get some wisdom with that one. You don't want to declare your colors. You don't want to declare which side you're on in war. I mean, I don't know. You get the point? I don't know. So now you want to, you know, be able to let somebody be approved. Let somebody prove themselves. You get the point? Over time, 6 months pass. You request permission to talk to her. You request permission to talk to her. She requests permission to talk to you. You'll get approved to speak to each other. You get approved for that and nothing else. No dating, no going to the movies, no meeting her for Starbucks for coffee. You had to get permission for all of that You have to run that by somebody. Somebody has to approve it. And you have to be zealous for the approval. You understand? You want to be zealous for the approval, and in so many ways for that. You a brother, you want to find out who has authority over her and get that person who is in authority get their favor. Because you may have daughters one day and you would want a brother to get your favor. If you a sister, you want to get the favor of the person who's in authority over you, so they can be invested in making sure you get with the right brother. You get the point? You might be a old reckless ass broad and you want a brother, and ain't nobody trying to get none of these brothers with you because they know the problems you're going to bring to a brother. So you might just have to, shit, you get one, sis. If you're able to YAHANNA him, just let him know he ought to pay for you the same way. You get the point? So you wanna do that, and what you would find is as you get in favor over that person who has the rule over you, you'll get the wisdom, you'll get understanding, you're gonna get what you need to live the right way in that situation. You get the point? So that thing there with that birthday party started long before that. Long before. Now again, that thing is false. I guarantee if I see the tape, it's gonna look fake. It's false. I don't believe it was anything like that. However, brothers who do end up in that situation, this problem is way before. You get the point? You have to, this is how you solve this problem. This is how you make sure none of these happen. Give me, what is this I wanted? Ecclesiasticus 36. That's what I called for.
Count.
36. Oh. And 21. Give me Ecclesiasticus 36 and 21.
Sir. This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 36, verse 21. A woman will receive every man.
Say it again.
A woman will receive every man.
Say it one more time.
A woman will receive every man.
Go ahead.
Yet is one daughter better than another.
What does that mean? What does that mean? Same brother, young brother. Troop. Oh, Salaka, sis, you wanted to let me let the brother get first time to come to you, all right? Go ahead, Al. No? Brother next time? You can try it? No sweat. Let the sister try. If anybody online, let me know to read out the answer.
Did somebody else said something?
But Quash, I see you get this thing working out. You cast the demons out of this mic, sir. Don't talk too soon yet. Yeah. Go ahead, sis.
So like you said, would this be the difference between the sister in the world and the sister in truth?
No. This is okay. Ideally, you would want that. Ideally, I would tell any brother, don't never get nothing out of the world. And if you do, bring her here first. Apply the same principles. So you could meet her on the bus, at the library, on your slave, bar, club, whatever. Bring her in here and let her do her 90 days and 6 months. You could go to your camp leader and say, Slacky, so I met this sister, some. I want her something fierce, whatever you're saying these days. I want to bag this sister, book this sister, whatever the hell ever. And I want to bring her to the school. Let me know. Because, of course, the rules in here is once she comes through them doors, she's the property of the Israelite school of UPK. There ain't no guarantee you're going to end up with her after the 6 months. There's literally none. You know what I mean? Because she's going to change. And she liked you as a woman in the world. She might come in the truth and not like you. You get the point? She might change and you might not like her because she whispered something in your ears while you bought her that Bacardi. right? At the bar, she whispered some shit in your ears, leaned over and whispered something. She might have called you Mr. President. Mr. President. And you'd be like, oh, sis, this is sis. You know you're Israelite, right? I know, Mr. President. You know you're the 12 tribes, right? You the president. And he's like, well, this bitch right here, I'm going to marry her. She might come in the school and just become something that just doesn't do it for you anymore. You get the point? But you could talk to your camp leader. The camp leader might be like, okay, he already, this broad is really with him. She just trying to come in the same time. And you might want to give it the time and then do her the honor of asking somebody permission to marry her. You get the point? That's what I always advise brothers to do. Don't roll the dice out there. Because the playing field is not level. It's not. Chips is stacked against you. Do not do it. You stand a better chance in here. She's in here. She's subject to a system that she's bound to obey, or else she just have to depart. It'll still be a woman, but she had to depart. But at least there's some sort of justice you could get. There ain't no justice when she telling you, well, you the only one she know. And brother, she resembles somebody who you absolutely know. She resembles somebody who the broad told you was her cousin. That's something you probably won't recover from. You treat every woman like a lion after that. You're not really going to recover. Why do it to yourself? Just don't do it. Just, just hold the faith. It's possible, you could go sometime. You've been alive, 20, 30 years. For the first 10, 15 years of your life, maybe, you never had sex. You can't go without sex for a year? What's wrong with you? All of a sudden now you just can't go without, right? You spent 10 years, nigga, you didn't know what a box looked like. You came out of one, you didn't know what the hell it looked like. You just go right back to that. It's better for you in the long run. Short term, yeah, you might get a few off, but you ain't gonna have a broad you could, be around for, 10, 15, 20 years. You get the point? That's a little bit different. Should take it to having 3, 4 of them around for 10, 15, 20 years. You're going to have to slow cook this thing. You're going to have to do it if you want it, or do it the right way so the Lord going to be with you. You get the point? Who have it now? Who understands it? 21. Come on. Hold on. You know it already, Shapak. God damn it. Come on. What you want? You did. No, hell no. Let these brothers get it. Come on. Read it one more time if you need to.
Something online.
No sweat, I come into it. Go ahead. Who have it to read it? Do you need to read it again, or you want to take a shot?
I can read it again and see.
Do you need to read it again? All right, give me a shot to try answering it. No,
it's trying to say, Khan.
Go ahead.
That one is better than having many.
No, it's not saying that at all. It's not saying that at all. It's never ever saying one is better than having many. Would you'd rather have one finger or 10? You'd rather have 1 foot or 2? You'd rather have 1 eye or 2 eyes? You'd rather have 1 tooth or no teeth? Yeah, I mean, and this is, again, that's a choice. A brother who wants to have one, he can't have one. There's nothing wrong with it, but it doesn't make him better than one who has many. Just like the one who has many is not necessarily better than the one who has one. You get the point? Ragash, come on, you gotta try that.
Yeah, I was looking back at my notes to see if
You ain't gonna find it. If it ain't in here, you ain't gonna find it on paper. Shit, you wrote it, right? So it was in your brain before you wrote it, right? Yeah, if you ain't finding it up there stairs, you ain't finding it on paper. I'm just trying to tell you. You want to take a shot at it, or you pass?
Let me read it one more time.
Those one, let the sister grab it. Go ahead.
Like I said, I'll try again. So, what women have in common is that they will receive every man. What makes them different?
You ran over that one. This is meat. This one is meat now. You had to chew this one down. You start with that one. A woman will have every man. What is that?
That's what they have. That's what sisters have in common.
What does that mean?
We'll receive any man meaning whatever man comes to us as interest in us.
That's it. You there, the right place, right time, Mark. She's yours. That's just it. Get the point? What's the proof? Donald Trump. You look at Donald Trump. Who's giving him bucks out? Who's giving Elon Musk bucks? Who's giving him that out? That's what I want to know. Rishi, the thing is, I don't know what to do with this. You see, who's giving him anything? You understand? Who's giving him anything? Who's giving drug dealers bucks out? They're killing everybody and pumping every poison into everything. Who's giving them bucks out? Who's doing it?
Salagi, sir.
Come on, that's my conscience right there. Conscience right here.
That's
Salagi. When he said, "This is my conscience."
What you said is so heavy, sir. I remember being in the world, and I knew just from the type of the life that I was living, being so evil. I was like, damn, like what type of she got to be crazy if she giving it to me.
Something wrong with her because you choosing me.
Right.
You get the point. Like a woman would receive any man, any. You all knew some sister when you was in high school or something, or just turning 18, 19, and she went away to college. And when she was in the area, it's like, damn, she's, this highly sought after. And she come back from college with some nigga, you's like, this nigga couldn't even, she with him? Damn, we was tripping over her. If she choose him, like you thinking she gonna come back from being abroad or in college with some super duper version of one of y'all, some super duper degree having, nigga that is really just a foreign version of you. Nigga, she come back with Shaggy from Scooby-Doo. And you like, what you doing with him? Everybody wanna ask her that shit.
Lockie, if I may, I got the greatest Judite example. When everybody found out that Jermaine Dupri was dating Janet Jackson, we was like, what?
I mean, it's and there's way more examples than that. There's way more. Meaning this, right? And to the sister's point, there's a certain commonality with it, where she's not choosing, really. She's more taking what she can get in the moment. You understand? She's not really choosing. How do I know she's not choosing? Let me see, sister could answer that. How do I know a sister is not really choosing? Sis?
Like if they're based on this precept?
No, just in general, based on a precept in anything. How do I know she's not really choosing?
Child support.
Something else? Go ahead.
She would go to her father first.
No, that's not the answer. But you're right, though. But that's not the answer.
Because she thinks that she can change him.
No, that's not even the answer. I'm gonna give you the answer, and it's just gonna seem so irregular. A woman can't choose. Where you want to eat? We at the intersection. Half the front of the car is in the street. She pushes out, stop, reverse, and we're right there. We ain't going nowhere, and she just don't know what the hell to do. She's incapable of choosing her. Choosing comes with a what it was inherent sense of accountability, because this could be the wrong choice, and I'll have to suffer the consequences. A woman wants no consequences, so she just doesn't choose. How you end up? It just happened, Gil. We just hanging out, but I love him. Who the fuck you fooling? you just got in a boat and it got stuck stranded out at sea. That's what the hell you end up here. She can't choose her. She can't really choose. She needs the help to choose. That's why she would receive any man once the conditions is right. You there long enough. You hang around long enough. he's nice enough. He show up. He answers a call every time she's upset with the nigga she with. Yeah, he hang around long enough, she'll end up. Get the point? A woman will receive any man, yet one daughter is better than another. What does that mean? Where the answer online, was it put into this? Something else? Okay. Yet one daughter is better than another. It's daughter, right? One daughter is better than another. Come on.
SHALAM, if I may.
Come on.
Kawakan, sir. This is saying right here now, this is speaking to the man. It's telling you a woman will have every man, meaning she doesn't choose. So it's telling you one daughter is better than another. Like, brother, you choose, and you have to understand that there's a woman that you should not choose, and there's a woman that you should choose. So it's putting the burden where it always belonged, with the man.
That's really where it's taking you. Like, the brother has to choose. The brother, he has to choose which one is better. And does which one better mean, like, we all go to the bar. There's 5 of us. There's 5 girls at the bar, right? Brother chooses one. Does that mean that girl is better than all the rest?
Lies, sir.
Because?
Lies, sir.
So what does that mean?
Means you just like that one.
She's the best for you. That's who you want to go after. You get the point? Another brother might be, I'll go after this one. I'll go after that one. You know what I mean? We rock, paper, scissors if we choose the same one. You know what I mean? Oh, you like that one? Now you go ahead, brother. Nah, so you go ahead. You sure? Yeah, you go ahead. So, nah, you go ahead, brother. I ain't want her no more. Well, I don't want her either. And she's short now because UPK brothers don't want, we don't even want to feel like we took something from a brother. Get the point? Come on, Shabazz. Come on.
Captain Carr had one of the most coldest lyrics where he say, you catch one of us, you catch me and my brother arguing, it's who gonna bite the bullet.
That's it. Like, we ain't gonna be beefing over no brother. None of that shit. Is enough of y'all. Y'all, the Lord make more women than men. In biology, the females outnumber males damn near in every species. Damn near. Right? Unless you're a damn seahorse. They say that the seahorse, the male carry the damn babies. I don't understand. Why not just call the male the female? Or call it Sakari? Yeah, I mean, you're just a female. Huh? You know what I mean? One of the two. But damn near is outnumbered because that's how you reproduce. You get the point? You reproduce like more like that. So it's telling you, you should choose, and you should choose the better one. In every case, you should choose the better one for you and your circumstance, for you and what you need, for you. And at the same time, out of be at peace with many, but have one counselor, you should go get some counsel before you decide to marry the girl. You could talk to her. You might get permission to talk to her quarter, but you might want to get some counsel all the way through and see, because, brother, once you lay with her, you can't unlay with her. You know what I mean? Once that flesh meet and touch and the two of y'all is one arc. And there's nothing worse than being one with somebody who doesn't want to be one with you. You feel like your flesh is betraying you. You know what I mean? Which one of you all will tell your hand, scratch your face, and then your hand punch you in your face? You're going to be like, what the fuck is wrong with this nigga here? You're going to go see a doctor. You're going to try to figure some shit out. You're going to put this hand in chains so it can't do what it wants anymore to you. And shit, you're going to reach the age where you're just like, man, cut this shit off. You're just going to reach the age like that because this is your flesh and your flesh is going against you. Why live like that? Why not choose the flesh that's going to be one with you? And it's not saying that there's never going to be no sort of tension and friction, but the shit you all are arguing over is not, power and authority. You get the point? It's not that thing. It's, you put too much salt. No, I put enough salt. You told me to put similar, dumb shit that y'all could still go to bed at night. Not some shit where you had to go quarantine because you might get cut. You get the point? Or you had to go quarantine from each other because I might just beat your face in. Or I can't stand to see you. You understand what I'm saying? Who the hell wants to choose that? You just did not choose right. And in that situation there, that brother did not choose right. I guarantee you. Did you see the mother who was saying this baby is all you knew, or the child, you the only person child knew? Did you see the person what she looked like?
Last search. I think she was holding the camera, but I didn't watch
That don't all seem like it's fake. Why she holding the camera? Anyway, but I guarantee you, she's probably, the typical baddie, and he's overlooked her. He's overlooked some good sister for the baddie, the one who the brothers is going to be like, damn, you win. You walk in the spot, everybody looking at her, and look at you with her. I don't need that. You don't need that thing. You get the point? You don't need that type of situation. Just choose better so you don't have to go through dumb shit. And dumb shit that's never going away. It's never going to go away. Because you done married, bro. You're going to have to find some way to eventually deal with her. Even if the shit just crawls your soul, just like, oh my God. And vice versa. It might be the same thing for a sister. You get the point? It might be the same for a sister, as but the dynamic is different. You know what I mean? The dynamic. He ain't gonna have some child that you didn't know you gave birth to. Say, well, you the only baby. This baby came out of you. He can't do that, but you could do that to him. The dynamic is a lot different for a man. It's just better to choose wisely, and choose right and get counsel and weigh everything in the balance. Because you can't undo it. You can't, you can't take the car back and trade it in. You can't say, you know what, I'll just be upside down in the loan and I'll pay that shit off, but you're going to take this damn car back. It's too much. You can't do that. You get the point? This thing is you down for life. You understand? You absolutely down for life, and that's that. All right? I pray none of you ever have to do it. I'm just telling you straight up and down. I pray every child is just yours, and you never, ever have to wonder, damn. And then for a brother, it's difficult because you don't form an attachment with the child. You don't form some sort of bond with the child. And it's like, what the hell? Yes, that's rough, huh? That's rough. That's why I need to come to the Passover, April 12th, man, Atlanta, Georgia. We're gonna be down there, and them children is ours. You get the point? And children is all ours, and we ain't celebrating no birthdays and nothing. We ain't wearing no jackets. You get the point? Because sisters in here wearing red corsages and the white ones, right? Go ahead.
Yeah, I noticed too on the video. Saying he was a father for 6 years. The child was standing literally right in front of him, almost on the side, and he never looked at the child while he was saying, nah, y'all can't come in here. He just kept addressing the mother, looking at the mother, and the boyfriend was on the side. But he never touched the child. Yeah, the dude was on the side. He was arguing with the dude once he finally said something.
So the dude who's the child's father is there?
I don't know if that was the child's father.
But you're confusing me now.
It was a dude with the mother on the side of the mother, because he started basing at the dude after a while. Listen, he was talking to the mother.
Look, my head is already hurting me. It's Passover week. So I'm fit. Listen, the Bible says a whore is a deep ditcher. Just don't join yourself to one. That's all. That's all. You in here now, take the wisdom, and as you go forward, you brothers, you're gonna see women you want. It's normal. We're getting ready to head into the summertime. DC in the summertime. Tell them, Bakwash. Tell them about the gun line, Bakwash. It's rough on that corner. It's rough on that corner, brother. I'm trying to tell you. You're gonna see women you like her. Don't take the wisdom you're getting now and just choose wisely. That's all. Whatever you may have a situation in the past, don't give a rat's ass about that. That nigga dead. Don't worry about none of that shit. Just going forward, just choose wisely. Don't end up like this idiot here at a birthday party and he find out the baby is not his. it's just, you know, you want to choose a woman who has a little bit more self-respect than that. You know, just obey UPK rules and counsel. That's all I could say. Just try your best to obey UPK rules and counsel and protocols. That 6-month rule, I've never really seen it, you know, go wrong at all. Just follow it. Follow it to a T. Or don't. Or don't. You don't have to. You don't have to, and that's fine. That's your business. All right. We good? Anything else? Come on, sis. Go ahead. Yeah, get the mic over to her if you don't mind.
Like you, sir, if I may. This is more so you don't know unless you ask type of question.
Come on.
What are some characteristics of a whore?
You're wrong nigga to ask. Wrong nigga to ask. Yeah, ask black youngster that whore. A whore would be a woman who has sex with a man or men who are not her husband. That would be a whore by definition. All right. A woman who has sex with a man or men who are not her husband. That would be a whore by definition. Does that help or not really?
Sir, it helps, but I also have witnessed where a sister could have whole like ways, but not have slept with other men.
She has whole. That brings me to the Sakari thing. I'm gonna probably get you all that Sakari thing now. I was waiting for the end. I told you I talk about that nigga till December 31st. He get no reprieve until then. He ain't good until 2026. Shapat. He ain't good until that time. Okay, what do you mean? She has whole ways, but you're saying she has whole characteristics, but she's never slept with men?
Sir, like women who seek attention from other men that aren't there.
Okay, how you know she ain't slept with other men? You ain't there? That's what I'm saying. I'm the wrong person to ask. I'm just the, you know. Listen, let me tell you how extreme I am. You decide you're gonna leave me and walk. We done. I'm leaving you. F you. You something. The minute you out that door, I think you have a dick in your mouth. on the welcome mat. I'm just assuming you done beard it all. I don't care if you turn back around and say I'm sorry. What are you talking about? Who are you? You was in here? What's your Hebrew name again? It's a wrap. You get the point? So, okay, she has whole ways. Okay, you mean, give me some more.
Just like, maybe that's the wrong term, but things that are like not characteristics that are not becoming of somebody's wife. So, for instance, because she has a husband, she should only seek the attention of her Adawan and not other men. But there are, like, especially social media, you see it on social media all the time where they're dressed half naked.
Okay, well, them bros on the internet half naked, they're definitely hoeing. They're just hoeing digitally, but they're hoeing. So somebody having sex with them, men having sex with them. You get the point? Like, there's a woman, okay, you're not going to find a woman who is going that extreme and not having sex with somebody next door. It's like, okay, you make that thing on the internet your business and you get paid from it. So then what's stopping you? Nothing is stopping you from bearing. Okay, a woman who goes to a strip club and gets naked, she knows that the men who come in there, she's catering to them. She doesn't necessarily want to be naked on the street for everybody to see, or else she just strip naked. You on the internet, everybody is seeing you. Everybody who could type in www.facebook.com is seeing you. I'm not giving you the benefit of the doubt that you're not a hoe. I'm not giving you that. And you grew up Christian. You grew up thinking life is about feelings. You grew up thinking that if the alcohol is right and the mood is right, you could blame it on the juice. Like, there's too much that me and you don't have in common as moral compasses to say yes and no, for me to say, well, this person has whole characteristics, and no, No, that's not that. Okay, and this is the other thing. For a sister, that ain't really your concern because you ain't having sex with her. You get the point? Like you, I would, if I was if I had to give advice to a sister, right? What you want to look at is who your husband tells you not to associate with. I wouldn't suggest for a sister to have that that gauge on I'm not gonna be friends with her, I'm not gonna be friends with her, I'm gonna be friends with her. You want somebody to have approval, so somebody has authority over you to let you know who you should play with and who you shouldn't. I hate to say it like that because sometimes it could sound belittling, but it's the most purest form of love and protection where there's somebody who knows you and knows where you may not be as swift in a situation and knows these motherfuckers over here and is like, yeah, they can't hang around her. If they in the same place, I had to be there just watching, or she can't go too far with them. Yeah, that girl, does she have a man? No. But she said she was with some dude last week. Yeah, that's just her friend. Yeah, I don't want that girl coming around here no more. Just tell her we out. You might need that. The man, on the other hand, he understands things that you don't. There's no, for a man, a girl who has whole characteristics. What for a man? What's our next move?
What's the question? Jumped on it too quick.
For a brother, right? I ain't talking about a brother in the truth. I'm just talking about a man of flesh and blood man. If you know a girl has whole characteristics, what's your next move? I think you jumped on it for the right reason. Go ahead.
I mean, there really is no next move because I ain't mess with.
You in the truth. That you give me the truth answer.
Okay, it's like yeah, concert. So if I see a woman who has some characteristics, I'm going to indulge.
She's on goal, and that's what they say. She's DTF. She's down to because she has whole characteristics. The shit is not science for us. It's 1 + 1 = 2. Salt's gonna make this food taste salty. Sugar gonna make it taste sweet. Not like what it look like sugar, and if we boil it, it's gonna get. We ain't like that. She got whole characteristics. Bitch is a hoe. Until she showed me otherwise, right? Just looking at me like, how dare you? I'm the wrong person to ask her. She's just there looking like, okay. As long as it's not you, we fine. Whoever else it could be, she got whole characteristics. She's a hoe. That's just that. Hey, a brother who has he have drug addict characteristics. He ain't bathed in a week. Things is missing from your house. He starts itching and developing sores and shit. Do I need to see him put the pipe in his mouth? Do I need to see him strung out? I don't need to see that shit. I don't. It's just this is what it is. It's look like a duck, walk like a duck, talk like a duck. I'm not taking him to the vet. I just know what it is. What, Hannah? You go ahead.
Now you had kept going, but when you said ain't bathing in the week, I'm like, hold up, he smell like boo boo. Then you said things is missing. I'm thinking Sakari.
Again, the internet is saying what? We wrong for what he doing. It's allegations, right? It's alleged, right? One thing about having a stellar reputation, somebody could allege something to you, and you're gonna be like, yeah, whatever, nigga. I remember one time General SHALAM and Uncle Thumb was playing a joke on me. DC camp, same day with Baltimore camp, same Saturday. I think Zach, you took the camp out. Or somebody else took the camp out. And I meet up with the generals, the boat camps going on, right? And no, we all at camp. General Sharma is there, and they go across, the Capital One is. He man your Uncle Thumb. So we talking and say, all right, yeah, but Baltimore, they're about ready to done. You know, Baltimore camp will finish before ours. So they he said, did you hear about Baltimore camp? I was like, nah, what happened? John Sharma said, man, they got run over. I forget who he said came out there. I was like, what? I was like, when? Drunk Thumb said, yeah, just a little minute ago. Say, yeah, man, they got run over. Shit. We figuring out to see if we're gonna head up the road. I'm like, let me know, we're gonna break down. I say, so where's the camp? They say, well, you know, Ash and all of them, they had to run. I was like, all right, nah, bullshit. I say, Ash ain't running nowhere. Ash gonna die on that corner. And they all start laughing. But they had me up until that point. I ain't gonna fucking lie to you. I was ready to fly up 295. Then they say, yeah, man, Ash and all of them, they had to leave, they had to flee. I was like, bullshit. I was like, Ash is dying on that corner because I know Captain Ash. I go to camp with him. I live with him. You get the point? I know these brothers. You say something and whatever, nigga. What we talking about? That's one. Two, it's alleged he put a peg in his behind. It's alleged his woman bend him over. Then the bitch come with the text and talk about what they're going to do. And he's flirting back with her about how to do it and what size and all kind of shit. The nigga put money up. Some of y'all won't pay a Passover fee. This nigga bought a peg to put in his ass. He's more committed to the peg in his ass than you are to paying $200. And y'all, some of y'all don't believe it. What do I need to see? A man going inside him? That's what y'all want. Y'all need to see that to believe he a faggot? He have gay characteristics. I don't need to see nothing else. Like, what we talking about? What you want to find out? What's the proof you need? Up to what point do these characteristics not matter? Like what we talking about? Up to what point? We played the tape last week. The nigga said, that other brother likes that. I don't. So what is it you don't like? How you know you don't like it? What's your shit? Well, you know you don't like. I'm from the Caribbean. I never tasted Dr. Pepper since I came to the States, until I came to the States, right? I thought Dr. Pepper was going to be the most outstanding thing I've ever tasted. I do not like Dr. Pepper. How do I know I don't like it? Because I tasted it and I threw it away. I was like, I don't understand how y'all like it. But to each his own. To each his own. Y'all could drink that glorified medicine bottle if y'all want. But that shit is nasty. And I drink Guinness. You know what I mean? If I can drink Guinness and refuse Dr. Pepper, y'all know that shit is mud. But to each his own. I tried it. I don't like it. He on tape saying he don't like this thing. How he know? I don't care. I don't need to know proof of how he knows. He a fact. You understand? He's a sodomite. He's a sodomite, and if you need to see it, we just keep you go ahead and follow him. All right? Go ahead and follow him. Give me is it in this same scripture? Hold on.
It's like, so there's a few questions online.
All right, let's get it. Hold on. Give me oh boy, give me Ecclesiasticus. Ecclesiasticus 26 and 9. All right, this is to the sister's question about what if she has whole characteristics. And that's the other thing too. You sisters, you'll be enabling. Let me tell you who you'll enable the most. The Deuteronomy 23 and 7 or 17. The sodomites and the whores. Sisters, you'll enable these people a whole lot. You'll, make them feel normal and, regular. Give me Ecclesiasticus 26 and 9. Quickly. Read it.
Ecclesiastes 26, 9.
Mm-hmm.
The whoredom of a woman may be known in her.
That's a Bible? What are you reading from?
26, 9?
No. I'm just asking what you're reading from.
Oh, the
shit. No, that should look like a notebook. God damn. I'm like, hold on, this brother write the whole Bible. I was like, this should look like a notebook. Damn. All right, no sweat. I see. Go ahead, read it again.
The whoredom of a woman may be known in her haughty looks and eyelids.
Did it say I need to see her having sex with 10 men? It said a hoe, a hoe. by her haughty looks. What does haughty mean? The mic under the laptop. You'll just use your mouth, all right? Slacking, pause. You'll just speak. You'll just speak instead of pointing, and he don't know what you're talking about. Y'all have me up here. Y'all have me up here going crazy, man. God damn. Read it again. 26 and 9.
The whoredom of a woman may be known in her haughty looks and eyelids.
The whoredom of a hoe is known by her haughty looks. Haughty. Whore. In her haughty looks and her eyelids. What does haughty means? Says? It's made simpler. Haughty. Look it up if you're not sure. You have the definition? Go ahead.
I'm about to say wanting.
Give me real simpler than that. You're attributing things to it. And that's why a lot of these women today are not looked at as whores. Because you're adding the stuff to it. It's way simpler. Go ahead, Bukwash.
Haughty from Merriam-Webster's dictionary. Blatantly and disdainfully proud.
What?
Blatantly and disdainfully proud.
What?
Blatantly and disdainfully proud.
Haughty is pride. Old big-headed, air-headed bitch. Just haughty and proud. You know who's haughty? That Jada Pinkett Smith. That bitch is haughty. She swallowed the whole of Hollywood and still shows her face. You know, in times past, a whore would hide her face. She'd hide her face. She would wear that Muslim gear. Because why? She don't want nobody to know who she is. She have a certain amount of shame still. But you got whores today that not only they expose in their face, they expose their whole body. Like Instagram and the OnlyFans, like what you talking about, sis, on the internet. She's haughty. Bitch is proud.
There's a little more.
Oh, come on. Salaki.
Having or showing an attitude of superiority and contempt for people or things perceived to be inferior.
That's pride right there. Having or showing what?
Having or showing an attitude of superiority and contempt for people or things perceived to be inferior.
Right? You have that attitude that you superior and you have contempt for authority, which is the foundation of a whore. A whore's foundation is you can't tell me what to do. It's my body. I'll do with it what I want. If I want to have sex with one man, that's my business. If I want to have sex with 10, that's my business. If you're Sikari and you want to have a woman go in your ass, that's what he said. That's his business. He don't have to have no respect for authority, and he think he better than everybody, right? If that's what makes you better than, I want to be worse. I always want to be worse. That's one thing I don't ever want to, be at the top of the list of. I want to be the worst one. If that's what make, you better than. You get the point? That's what haughty is. In the whoredom of a woman, you could tell in her pride, her just out front pride. And don't confuse pride with a woman who is confident in obeying the Lord. There's a sister who has a pride, but she has pride in obeying the Lord, obeying his words, obeying her husband. That's a different thing. This here is that pride that America likes for women to have, which is a whole pride. It's in her haughty looks and in her eyelids. What does that mean? What do I need to know she's a whore?
Just look at her.
I just need to look at her. I just need to look at her and know bitch is a hoe. Straight up and down. This bitch is a hoe. Straight up and down. You could just tell. It says, do you need to see a man having sex with another man to know he's a sodomite? You woman could always tell. Your woman could tell more than men can. Like a woman would be like, that's something wrong with that nigga. You'd be like, what? So and so. Yeah, I know him from school. How well you know this nigga? She can tell because he trying to be her. The sodomite trying to be her. She can tell. Even the most masculine sodomite, she can tell this nigga gay. And you could tell just by what? Looking at him, right? I can tell she a hoe. You can tell she a hoe. Just by looking at her. You understand? The characteristics, don't let them shit fool you. That's how, you know, good girls be friends with the hoes, and we just go in on the trip, and baby, you could trust me. That's how all that should happen. Because it's just characteristics. That's just how she is. You have to understand she's a free spirit, and bitch is a hoe. And if I wasn't in here, I'd have tried to run through her twice this weekend. With you in the room, you dummy. Not you. I'm just saying in general. Forget all of that shit. The Bible said just look at her. You can tell she's a hoe.
So like I said.
One second. You a sister and you want to know if your friends are hoes, ask your husband to sit in the room with them. Ask your husband to observe your girls something, or you know, meet the friends. And if he says she's a hoe, she's a hoe. I'm just telling you straight up. We was in the world once, you know. We know that feeling of yeah. Yeah. It don't take that long. No. It don't take that long. We know that when you introduce her as she's leaving, and then you turn to me and say, would you walk her out? And then that split second when you're not looking at her and she looks dead in my eye, you ain't see that shit because that's your friend. So he's like, oh, this is whatever her name is, and this is my husband. This is the girl this is the girl I was telling you about. She's making 4 with me. Oh, this bitch a hoe. Okay. And when she, oh, nice to meet you. You don't ever let that girl come back in here again. What you mean? That's my friend. And you ready to argue over this bitch, and she getting ready to go suck a truckload of rods out. It's just it. Go ahead, Kazak.
No, what you're saying is so heavy, sir. I remember there was a trend going on social media, and you know it had me cracking up. It had me looking at my pictures for a second. They said, you could tell by a man's eyes if he beat women. He said, and I'm reading the comments, and I'm like, what the hell are they talking about? And there was a video that's like, yeah, and I'm reading all the comments, and all the sisters like, yeah, it's always something about them eyes. You could tell if a nigga beat women. And I'm like, well, what is the look? And I want to get on and ask, well, do I have the look?
Listen, yes, I do. Shit. Whatever you say I do, that's what I do. I told exactly the story long before. I had a brother come up to me and say, bro, I swear you be beating them broads. Brother, I was so offended. I was so offended. And then I said, you know what? If that's what he needs to think to appreciate whatever I have going on, Lord bless his heart. Right. Whatever. Go ahead.
Crown, sir. It was when I was in ESO's military. I was dealing with this one sister, and then she I won't say like went to school with this other dude, and we was all at a function, and it was like the first time that they was really seeing me, right? And then after they observed me for a little bit, they took her to the side. I was like, hey man, he be beating you?
Yeah. I tell them say yes. yeah. Say yes, say girl. He put some hands on me. Just go ahead and say yes, bitch. Because they're gonna say yes anyway. They're gonna say he beat her, but you know them abuse victims, they always say no. Just say yes then. Just say yes. You say yes, he beat you up, putting makeup on like if you're hiding a scar. So whatever. I can't help you with that shit. All right. But that's just it. You just want to get with your brother, with your husband. That would be a counselor of one, or you could ask for counsel from the general, whatever it is, and you could assess your circle. But 9 out of 10 times, a sister circle is a bunch of hoes that don't like each other. That's really a sister's group of friends, and any woman will tell you that. It's no different. All right, let's move on real quick for time's sake. All right, any more
questions?
Go ahead. Let's go.
Con. There's a question from Grisha Brown. Says, what if your friend's man don't want you to hang out with her because he tried to sleep with you.
Your friends, this is a girl, this is a woman.
Okay.
What if your friend's man don't want
her to hang out with that friend because he tried to sleep with her?
Because he think you're a hoe. I'm sorry, but if the man is not, he don't want his woman to hang out with you, he thinks you're a whore. Now, whether you're a whore or not, that's to be decided. But if you say, according to you, now I ain't never talked to the dude, but if you say according to you, he tried to sleep with you, he thought you were a whore, and you didn't give him none, or you gave him some, I don't know what the details are, but that's fine. If he don't want, if she obeys him, go find a new friend. You get the point? Just go find a new friend. That's fine. That man thinks you're a whore. And that's fine. You know, you could come into the UPK and do your 90 days and your 6 months and, you know, come experience sisterhood. You get the point? Come experience sisterhood, where in here, if it is that there's an issue, a brother could, you know, request a counsel. You know what I mean? A brother could request a counsel and say, this sister here is XYZ and she did this, that, the other. But in the world, you in the world and operating with people in the world, the rules is very clear. It's never really foggy. It's just really about one thing: money, drugs, or sex. That's really everybody's point of contention in the world. So if he doesn't want his woman to hang out with you, it's because he, you know, and you say and he tried to sleep with you, he think you're a whore. He think you're one of them easy girls. Maybe because his woman is a whore too, and birds of a feather flock together. It could be that. You understand? Because you didn't say that he doesn't want his woman to hang out with you because you be talking all that the white man is the devil shit. You didn't say that. You said he doesn't want his woman to hang out with you because he tried to sleep with you. I don't even understand what that looks like. How did he try to sleep with you? Like, what did he do? If you're a sister in here, you understand what I'm saying? Like, what did he do? He came over and was hanging out because that's your girlfriend's husband and you was hanging out with him. I don't even understand how that even comes up. How is that even? Or did he force himself on you? And at that point, what could happen if he forced himself on you and you was able to slap him and get him off? What could happen at that point if you're a sister in the Israelite school or UPK? Sis, you answer. You're a sister. What could happen at that point? You in an unfortunate situation. Something you by some girlfriend's house, hanging out. She going in the room to change. The husband come out, put his hand around you, and he forcing himself, thinking you on go. You fight him off, you know, crack him. He realized, oh shit, you ain't the one. What can happen as a sister in the truth? What happens after?
Call my camp leader.
You call your camp leader. You call your husband. You let them know what happened, and we'll tell you where to wait. It's going to be like what is called on the slavery when something happened. There's an area everybody gather. What's called them places?
A safe place.
Not safe. It's something point. Something point.
Safe point.
No, it's called muster.
Muster point. We're gonna tell you where the muster point is. Just go. Yeah, it says there's some dumpsters outside right there. Yeah, go park right there, right in the back of the last car, and stay right there. And you're gonna just see some cars pull up, and you're gonna see the cops pull up, and we're gonna get to the bottom of it. We're gonna find out what you was doing. We're gonna find out what the hell he was doing, and he's going to beg to go with the cops. He's going to beg. He's going to be like, "Y'all better not touch me. I'm gonna call the police." Oh, we brought them, nigga. They're right outside. Now you want to deal with us or you want to deal with them? What you want to do? Because you done put your hands on one of our sisters when she didn't want none of it. She's not one of your whores. But if, you know, this is some little beef with some slut in the world and her old drug addict husband, and you mixing around with that, you're probably not in here like you need to be. Because if you know, really, this should be an issue. He tried to sleep with you. He tried to have, what does that, I'm saying if it happened in that way. Maybe it happened another way. Maybe he take the number out the broad phone and was texting you late at night, some shit like that. I don't know. But even at that point, you know, there's a visit that could happen. You know, we visit people. You know what I mean? We visit people. We go all over the place. We go Make-A-Wish Children's Hospital. We make donations. We have food drives. You know that. And we'll show up if there's some sort of cloudiness that's happening. Because some people get confused. And we understand that. This is a very confusing world. You know what I mean? You're forced to call Bruce Jenner Miss. Right? It could be a confusing place. And whenever there's confusion, we try to make sure everything is clear and clean and pristine and distinct. And we can help you get some clarity if that's the case. If that's the case, we get to help you get some clarity. And we'll all show up and we'll straighten this thing out. And after the whole block will know, when you see the sister coming in here with this dress or this skirt and these fringes and she say shalom, you'll say shalom right the fuck back and keep it moving. Now, if that didn't happen here, now you know there's a course of action. Now you know. All right? Everybody understand? Everybody clear? With that said, don't come to the Passover with no bullshit. You'll hear Jeremiah Hyman already. Yeah, I mean, leave all your bullshit in your state. Let's go. And secondly, I wouldn't be too concerned if you're a sister with some nigga in the world perception of you, if you're in here. If you're a sister in here, I wouldn't give two fucks about some, pagan, weed-smoking faggot like Sakari perception of you. If you care about that, you're probably not in here like you should be. You're probably not all the way in here. You're probably kind of straddling one foot in. This is my family. This is my friends. I grew up. You're probably not in here. I couldn't give a rat's ass what somebody knew how to say about me. They better not disrespect nobody who's in here in front of my face. But who cares? What I care about is what Commander General YAHANNA thinks of me. General Hyman, General Mayak, General Hazayan, General Shalma, General Kutham, General Kobalama, Captain Tahawar. You know what I mean? Those men raised me. I care very deeply what those men think of me when they finish say shalom and walk off. The brothers who are my contemporaries, Tazariak, Mawakwa, Nayathak, Captain Ash, Gadalha, Kahun, those brothers who are come up in the truth with. You get the point? And the scene come up. That's who I care about what they think about me. When you some sister, you care about some faggot in the world, what he think about you. You might not be one West as you think. You might not be in here as much and as strong and as, as you should be. You might not be that thing. And the good news is you have a chance from here on forward to become, glowing white hot. You could heat something up when it turns red and then it turns white. You could become white hot for the truth and for this body and for this house and this family. That who cares what they say about you in the world? I don't give a damn about some nigga. He don't want me around his wife. Shit, that's her loss. I don't give a fuck. Fuck him, fuck her. Shit. But if this is a problem for you, you might want to do some inventory on yourself. All right? Now, of course, this doesn't directly apply to you or any one person. I'm just, giving you a scenario and how something should go. I could imagine one of my ribs saying, yeah, this man tried to sleep with me. I'd be looking at her like, okay, so where were you? How did he try? Explain him trying. If a man tried to rob you, you had to be in a position, a place where he could rob you. You're walking out the store, your head in your phone, he tried to rob you, right? How is he trying to sleep with you? Make me understand that. How does he try to sleep with you? I'm gonna need counsel. I'm gonna have to go out in the car and take a drive and park somewhere down by the Capitol Police and talk to the general, just so I know, there's enough things to check me if I go off. Yeah, I started get reckless on the phone, the general going to check me on the phone. I'll come out of the car and start to, look up in the sky and talk to myself. The Capitol Police going to come around and be like, it's a problem here. There's enough things. But I would like to see some sister I'm with to tell me this brother tried to have sex. What we talking about? How did he try to have sex with you? Make me understand that. Let's get that thing clear. Because there's another word for that, and you're not using it. It's called rape. Because you did not want to have sex with him. So if we're not clear about that, you need to explain this to me. Does that make sense to you all? Y'all understand what I'm saying? You're sure? I ain't going crazy, right? All right, no sweat. That's what I'm saying. Somebody tried to rob you. Somebody tried to run you over with their car. You have to be in a place where they could do it. They can't run you over if you're in the store. They can't try to rob you if you're in the store. I ain't never heard somebody grab somebody's purse in the store and run out. They wait till you come out the store. They wait till you're in a place where they could do it. He tried to have sex with you. What is that? What are we talking about? Like, explain that to me. Go ahead, sis. Okay, but even before we get to that point, it has to be a clear thing. He tried to have sex with you. Now, anything short of he just grabbed me and tried to force him way on me, I'm going to be questioning you. I'm going to be, what's he mean? Well, he was texting me. How you have your number? Is this the first time? No, we would usually text and ask about, color pencils. Okay. All right, I see what's going on. You understand? Anyway, some of these questions you probably don't want my answer. I'm just telling you straight. I try to get to the root of the problem, Mark. But Passover is next week. I don't have time to get in some fucking telenovela, some soap opera over he tried to have sex with me. The text messages was going this way. Is them niggas paying tithes? Is there any truth? What the fuck is we talking? Are you in here? That's what I want to know. All right. Next question now.
This is from Darlena. This is question. I met a man of your culture.
God damn. What the hell that mean? Of my culture? Sounds racist. Go ahead.
He was trying to convert me to your culture, but was very disrespectful to my religion that I grew up with.
Mm-hmm.
I was never disrespectful to the culture. That's the whole thing.
Okay, no sweat. I understand. Listen, sometimes look up Stockholm Syndrome, right? Let's look up Stockholm Syndrome. All right. And somebody look up Stockholm Syndrome, and then somebody look up the cure for Stockholm Syndrome.
So I have Stockholm Syndrome.
Go ahead.
It's the psychological tendency of a hostage to bond with, identify with, or sympathize with his or her captor.
Right. So now, us as a people, the religion we have from birth, I'm assuming, what's her name?
Darlena.
I'm assuming Darlene is a Israelite, and 9 out of 10 times she's either Christian or
Muslim.
Thou shalt worship the wood and the cross. That's a curse in the Bible, right? She's either Christian or Muslim. And those are two religions of our captors, of our oppressors. Those are not our religions. That's the culture of the prison that we live in. That's the cell block or this wing or this car. That's that section of the prison. And that's how they do things in that prison. That's Christianity and Islam. That's not our religion. All right, go ahead.
She says, I'm Catholic.
Same thing. Catholics are Christians, right? Christians are Catholics. They're all the same thing. There's no difference. It's like distinguishing Catholicism and Christianity is like OnlyFans versus the broad on on Instagram who gonna DM you to fly her out. Yeah. But she don't have an OnlyFans account, but she will fly out. And she does go into party and have fun and have a drink. Right? What are we distinguishing? What are we talking about? You're all Christian. You're Christians and Catholics think Christ had a virgin birth. You all think Christ is a white man. You all think God loves everybody. There's no difference really. Fundamentally, you could call yourself something, but there's no difference. So what our people in the world suffer from is called Stockholm Syndrome. right? It's called Stockholm Syndrome, where we have what? Let's read it one more time.
Stockholm Syndrome is the psychological tendency of a hostage to bond with, identify with, or sympathize with his or her captor.
Right? The psychological tendency of the victim to bond with their captor and to sympathize with. And we, through our religions, have bonded with our captors. We all love the white man and we all love them Arabs. We all love them Arabs and we learn their language and put on their dress and put on their suit and their tie and worship Christmas. And we all do it. And we sympathize with our captors and we bond with them. But they have taken us captive and they have held us captive and just given us this thing. We have Stockholm Syndrome as a people. We have Stockholm Syndrome. I recently saw a video the other day. His brother I think is in Manassas or Alexandria, supposedly is a U.S. citizen. Manassas, you saw the video? And he them, a lot of them Latino tribes, they had them work trucks, and whether it's construction or whatever they're doing, everybody have a truck. And 7 o'clock in the morning, he in his truck with his other 2 co-workers, his homies, and he say about 8 to 10 ICE raiders surround him, guns drawn, all kind of shit. And he trying to tell them, yo, I'm a citizen. I ain't, what are we talking about? And they're like, come on the car, blah, blah, blah. So he complies and they put him in cuffs. And they tell him he's some other guy. They call a name and that's not him. You come to find out the guy who they're looking for gave his address as an address. They got the address wrong and they uncuff him, right? They uncuff him and he's on the news, telling the news. He's like, and I told them I'm a citizen. And he's like, I voted for Trump. I thought Trump was just going to go after all the criminals, all the bad guys. I mean, I didn't know he was going to come after the Latino. I mean, the people who look Latino. And he catch himself stumbling like, damn, this is just an attack on Latino people. And he damn near self-confessed on camera. And I look at him, I was like, poor guy. And he's Latino. He didn't say voted. He said, I voted for Trump, for Trump, but voted because, the V and the B, how they say it. Brother, that is Stockholm Syndrome, Mark. And he's shook to the core now. He said, I thought they was only going to go after the bad people, the criminals. And he just realized he's targeted himself. That's Stockholm Syndrome. Now give me the cure for Stockholm Syndrome.
I can get the video if you want.
I ain't sure we could play it because it's an NBC video. If you could find another one, NBC, they're dickheads. You know what I mean? You can't play the video, nothing. They want to own every goddamn thing. It's worse than Sakar.
How is Stockholm Syndrome treated? Stockholm Syndrome isn't recognized as a psychological condition. There is no standard treatment. However, like treatment for PTSD, treatment of Stockholm Syndrome usually involves psychiatric and psychological counseling, talk therapy, and or medication.
Nah, give me try something else. See if anybody find anything different. The words is escaping. Wait, what does it say? Defile their gods. Somebody find that for me. I might be paraphrasing it wrong.
So, like you Deuteronomy 12:3, sir.
Let me hear it.
Khan, sir. Deuteronomy chapter 12, verse 3. So, like, and ye shall overthrow their altars and break their pillars and burn their groves with fire, and ye shall hold down.
Stop there. I'll take that. Hold that for me. There's another one, I think, like in Ezekiel or something. But I'll take this one.
All
right. I'll take this one maybe from even chapter 1. I mean, verse 1 all the way down to 3. I'll take that. Any other for Stockholm Syndrome? No? Let me look it up. All right. Hold on.
I have something that says therapy that may help you with Stockholm Syndrome.
So really, they're saying there's no cure for Stockholm Syndrome. There ain't none if you're not in the truth. I can say that there is a cure. Go ahead.
It says understand your experience. It's three points. Understand your experience. Understand how sympathetic behavior toward your captor was a survival skill, and learn how you can move forward with your life.
Right. So let's take that. All right. Read the first one. I'll take that and break that one down. But there is one, and you know, these treatments change ever so often. All right. I'm just saying now. One of these treatments. Say again.
No, I'm saying, sir, that like to what you said, sir. Salaki.
Yeah. I think they be changing stuff ever so often. Like at one time, you know, homosexuality was a mental illness. Now it's a lifestyle. You get the point? So these treatments, that Stockholm Syndrome, the treatment was to show the victim or the captor. Do you think? They show pass the mic to them. Yeah, they show the victim or the captor just how horrible the captor was to the captive. You have to make them see it and relive it. Not relive it, but be plain about what was done. And that's this thing here, this 3-point thing. That's what it sounds like. Go ahead.
Okay. Number one is understand your experience.
You got to understand your experience. And understanding your experience is somebody telling you it objectively and getting you to see it objectively versus subjectively. And subjective is from your point of view. You get the point? Like you may not know, like a lot of like kids, and especially in our community, a child don't really know they're poor until they meet somebody rich. To them, this is just how we live. They don't know that Glorilla. You remember she said she had never seen a bed. She thought everybody's bed was a blow bed. So the first time she actually slept on a bed was when she went to live with her father when she was like 14 or something. But she thought that was normal to have the blow up bed and, you know, everybody, you know, all the kids, you know, just pile on the bed and whatever. But Quaj laugh at the girl. Brother, it's what you laughing at? You think llama, red pajama had it, you know, from small? Come on up.
You know, once upon a time, you know, back in the world, I would say, you know, you need one of them type of girls, you know.
Oh,
where
listen.
You say, you know, you get in the car and you start it up. It's like, ooh, your car start right up. You know what I'm saying? You just need that type of them type of girls in your life every once in a while, you know.
You take her down the street, you tell her you in Paris. That's what you want. Huh? you take her to New York, she see the bridge, that's the Eiffel Tower, baby. Don't worry about that. Yeah, I mean, I feel ya. You know what I mean? That's why you can have more than one. You can have one like that, and you can have one who from Paris. You know what I mean? Who the hell knows? I get you. But you understand, like there's some people, they don't really know the situation they're in until they get shown. And that's, you know, one of the steps to the Stockholm Syndrome. You have to really make them fully understand what's been done to them, what's been going on. And we as a people, we don't fully understand what's been done to us. We don't fully understand it at all. Is Mathia on?
Okay.
Mathia, there's a video I sent you, I think today, about the nuclear testing.
Come, sir. It's on our page.
Is it on the DC page?
Come.
Go ahead and put that to me real quick, Bukwash. All right, you have it? All right, what's the other thing they called for?
The other thing they call for is understand how sympathetic behavior toward your captor was a survival skill.
Right? You have to understand that the way you behave towards your oppressor, You only do it because he was so brutal to you that you had to pretend to love him until the pretending came naturally. You understand? You had to pretend to get along just because you didn't want the other thing to happen. That's why you pretend to get along, and you know it's a coping mechanism. It's not you genuinely polite or you genuinely sympathetic. You're doing this because you don't want your head blown up. You get the point? It's, hey, how you doing, officer? No, sir. I'm going home, officer. You know, I work down there at the Pentagon. I'm the chief engineer, sub-0635, badge number something, something, something. Why are you talking like that? Oh, you don't want to get killed in your car. You get the point? People will say, oh, and the cop would be like, well, listen, man, you ain't giving me no problems tonight. Go ahead, be safe. But don't do that again. No problem, officer. I sure won't. Thank you. Thank you for letting me know my mistake, officer, sir. Sir, can I go now? No problem. No problem. I want to see you get back to your car. That is survival arc. That's not, you know, a natural thing. Philando Castile's girlfriend spoke to the officer with her hands on the wheel, on the dash, while her husband was slumped over, bleeding out his lungs, gargling on blood as it went into his lungs, after the officer shot her husband up. And she's like, yes, officer. No, he has a license. Yes, officer. And this nigga's dying. And she was calm all the way until she got to the back seat of the squad car, handcuffed. And she starts screaming. And then the little baby, that part always gets me in a card song. A card put that at the end of his Prepare Slaughter song. And the little baby say, it's okay, mommy. It's all right. I got you. I'm here. And she's screaming because this nigga gone. And she ain't even get to hug him and say, baby, I love you in his last fucking breath. Now in 50 years, if Christ ain't back, some little privileged oppressor baby, bastard child will be in Yale or Harvard or some psychological institute and will say how black people were so sophisticated and resolved, and there's this case where this woman did this, and they'll try to attribute that to us being polite and nice, and not looking at that as this woman was terrified. She was scared. She was so scared she couldn't even feel scared. She couldn't even act scared. You get the point? Right. She couldn't even display it. She couldn't do it for fear that the cop would kill her, and then what would happen to the child? You understand? Now you have to unpack that for a person, for them to see. You have to show them this happening to another people and how they were free to cry and rage and say whatever. And they'll now start to feel robbed of the opportunity because they'll be able to identify with that other person like, yeah, I see that. I understand that. But they'll know that they wasn't allowed to cry, allowed to feel bad, allowed to feel sad and deprived, allowed to feel angry. They'll know that part. And you have to show somebody that to snap them out of it. All right, go ahead. You have it? Come on, play the video. This is a video here of how, what's the caption say?
During World War
Let's pull it back and pause it. Make sure the volume is up so everybody could hear too, all right?
It's right here. It says during World War II, the U.S. tested chemical weapons on its own black soldiers.
Come on. You have to read it. I thought it was narrated.
That's really
Is narrated or is
it just started the narration.
Okay, go ahead.
There was a slide that said that was saying something.
All right, read the slide.
They wanted to see what effect the gas would have on black skin.
Mm-hmm.
That's when everybody went crazy. Just felt like you were on fire, sure enough.
60,000 minority troops were forced to endure chemical testing and were treated with jail if they were told anybody in the document. Tests were top secret and only recently declassified.
Cool.
Veterans who were exposed still suffered nerve damage and rashes and diseases.
Brother, the brother said it felt like it was on fire. You understand? You're going to have to make somebody look at this ark. A lot of Christians don't like to talk about slavery and Catholics. Why are we always talking about this? Them niggas in Hollywood, them big-headed niggas in Hollywood were saying they was tired of making slave movies because it makes everybody think that that's all we were. Nigga, the Jewish man ain't getting tired of that, talking about that often. So I ain't getting tired of talking about no plantation, whether it's in the Caribbean, in the barrios, or in America. Go ahead.
Like I made it, like statements like that, you know, say they want to test it on black skin. Like how the Lord said we are holy people, we separate. They know we separate. That's why they test different things. Like, how does it work on them? Because they know we not the same at all. We separate.
They know we're not the same, but not for that separate reason. They think we're animals are. They think we're animals because we're so much better than they are. They think they're the top of you know, the epitome of humanity. They think they're the top man and woman on the earth, and they think we only supersede them in the same way a lion or a tiger supersedes humans. You understand? They think we supersede them because we're animals and we're not really human, so we don't have pain. We little, you know, we could take things more. You understand? That's why they do it. So now they tested it on these brothers. They say what, 60,000 of them? Go ahead.
They receive no power of healthcare or monitoring. The Department of Defense said it no longer test chemical testing.
Now, did you and Trey Songz ever get cool with it?
Man, you know, I've not talked to.
They don't no longer do chemical testing. Bullshit.
Were there
You
points
don't know nothing. You go into that military, brother, you sign your body away. You got to take the pills they say to take. And they'll tell you some shit like it's to prevent malaria from, you know, Libya where you're going to get deployed. You don't know nothing about nothing. You just have to do whatever they say. You don't know if that's the beginning of a test. You know that at the end of them form that you might fill out online or to sign in your bank where they give you a picture and they say click the boxes with the traffic lights or click the boxes with the thing. You know, that was some training simulation for drones. That's so drones could tell what's a bike and what's a house and what's a car. By you, millions and billions of people, you know, clicking on something over and over, different images. And it goes right back to Department of Defense when them drones going on them missions to bomb, that they could identify, okay, they run it through the whole database and how much million people click that this is a bike for sure, so we could bomb this, or this is a house, so we could bomb that. Come on.
Like on that same note, I'm not sure if the government was involved, but you remember that Pokemon Go?
Mm-hmm.
Well, they came out and said that they were really a mapping company.
Yeah.
And they just needed people to go and like actually like find these places
with vigor.
So, yeah,
and that's what I'm telling you. Don't believe shit on the internet. Don't this, you know, everything is, they use, you know, silly humans to do things. But this is stuff they did to us. So now, somebody who has Stockholm syndrome, you have to show them things like this. You have to show them the bombing of the church in Philly with the Philly move, right? You have to bring up Tulsa, Oklahoma. You gotta let them know that early. You have to bring up other things that they may not have ever known. That was that other place, I think it's in what, Natchez, Mississippi? Is it Natchez? The Devil's Fruit Bowl, Punch Bowl.
I know. Georgia was it?
It could be Georgia.
Yeah, where they had so many bodies.
That's it. The Devil's something. What do they call it? The Devil's Punch Bowl? You found it?
Comic-Con, that's what it is, sir.
Come on, you have a little description of it?
I can pull it up, sir.
Yeah, if somebody could pull it up real quick. Right? It's either Mississippi or Georgia.
It's Mississippi.
Mississippi, go ahead, read it. In regard.
Says the Devil's Punch Bowl was a refugee camp created in Natchez, Mississippi. Natchez, Mississippi during the American Civil War to provide temporary housing and assistance to the freed slaves.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
It says, in order to house the large number of formerly enslaved African Americans, the Union Army created a refugee camp for them at a location known as the Devil's Punch Bowl, a natural pit surrounded by bluffs. Many of the formerly enslaved there died of starvation, smallpox, and other disease.
Right. This was some clearing behind a forested area, and I believe some fruit grows there, peaches or some shit, right? And I think it was first freed slaves or runaway slaves set up the settlement, if I'm not mistaken. I think they originally set it up. And of course, the soldiers came after and cut off, anybody going in and out, so they couldn't get no more food. And they all starved there. And we're talking about a lot of people, scores of people and the bodies just stayed there. And they say fruit trees done took it over and grew up. And, for a while, white people wouldn't eat none of the fruits that come from the tree, knowing what happened there. You get the point? Central Park, New York, was, what's the name of the place? I always try to remember the name.
Seneca Village, sir.
Seneca Village. And they flooded that joker, right? Flooded it and took it from black people. There's a whole black city under a lake somewhere where white people like to go on vacation, and somewhere in the Midwest, I think, St. Louis or Kansas or some shit like that. There's a whole village that in an area that was black, and it's at the bottom of the lake because they done flooded it, bust the dam somewhere else up and flood that whole thing or killed everybody out. Like, you have to show Catholics this, you have to show Muslims this, you have to show Muslims what happened in the damn in the slave trade. You got to show Muslims how racist Islam is. There's another video. Go to the UK page. There's another video. This is at the end of Ramadan. The end of Ramadan, they're supposed to be fasting and feasting. You'll see there's a video. It should be right at the top of the page or the second video up about some old white Muslim sharing out food. And these dark-skinned Muslims, I want to believe they're African. Brother, she was so disgusted they even came for food. She was so disgusted. You could just play it without the audio. Let me know when it's playing. You found it?
Is it entitled Is This Islam?
Yeah.
You without
you can play with the volume if you want to. All right. We're looking like on time. All right, we're gonna be almost done. Right there. If you notice, them two women, the dark-skinned women, they're not even disgusted at her. They're just sitting there waiting their turn. What you'll say that they're so disciplined? That's what the wider Muslim community would say. See, this is Islam. Even though she was wrong, they know two wrongs don't make a right. And they held and they waited on, and Allah provided at the end. Play the video out. There's some old white bitch, they came and did this. She pointed to the girl and did this. 3, meaning she won 3 bags of food. The other white bitch gave it to her. Good. Right? She gave her 3 bags of food. And then the end where the two get the food. And the white food, kind of put their hand back like, just be gone. No, you have to show them, make them accountable. How you explain this? That's abuse. That's racism. That's slavery. What they did to us was wrong. You have to make them see it, and they start to break the chains of their mind. Go ahead.
So if I may, I noticed that the first dark-skinned Muslim lady walked up there first before everybody.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they both of them was there before everybody. And they had to wait until that woman felt it was okay to give them food. She didn't want to feed none of them up. You know what I mean? And there's more horrific things that happen in that whole Islam and with them Muslims and them. You have to show people that to break the hold, the emotional hold they have on their minds for these religions. You have to do it. What's the other thing?
It's like, what do you mean?
You gave me 2 of the steps to break Stockholm Syndrome.
And the third one is learn how you can move forward with your life.
Right? And you have to learn how to move forward with your life. So now, in order to move forward, you have to recognize that what you did before was filthy. You have to recognize that this thing, how you was living before, was not clean. It wasn't good. And the way to do that is to defile the gods you thought were gods. Right? Give me the scripture, Kazak, if you have it. Deuteronomy. There's another one.
Kawakan.
Remember. Go ahead.
Kawakan, sir. Deuteronomy chapter 12, verse 3.
You could start at 1.
Kawakan, sir. Deuteronomy chapter 12, verse 1. These are the statutes and judgments which ye shall observe to do in the land, which the Lord God of thy fathers giveth thee to possess it, all the days that ye live upon the earth. Verse 2, ye shall utterly destroy all the places wherein the nations which ye shall possess serve their gods.
Now you understand, sis? The sister who asked the question about, there she some man who from your culture, I don't know what the hell that means. If you mean a man from the UPK, I understand that. But you got to be specific now, because some men who claim they're from the culture are sticking plastic in their asses. So you have to be very, very clear. Was this a UPK man or a Sakari anti-man? That's the new code, that if you all don't know, for the LGBTQ. He's an anti-man. He's against manhood. Go ahead.
She did comment a little bit earlier. She says, I was eager to learn, but he was screaming and cursing. He told me culture, not religion.
Okay, well, that's fine. I just need to know, was this an I.S.U.P.K officer? Was this an I.S.U.P.K cult leader? Was this one of them I.S.U.P.K men of war? Or was this one of them Sakari sissies? That's what I want to know. Was this one of them, pegorific niggas? Them niggas who just, he might have been so angry because his ass hurt. Was he butthurt? Was he butthurt to talking to you, sis? That's what I want to know. If he was butthurt talking to you, this is not a man from our culture. Right. All right. This is a man from the Jewish culture, which we'll get to it. All right. Salaki Kazak, go ahead.
Kawakan, upon the high mountains and upon the hills and under every green tree. Verse 3.
Right. So now she's saying, he had to curse and do whatever. Now, I don't know who he is or if he's from the Israelite school or UPK, but this is what I would tell you, sis. If you had it bad with him, I'm gonna tell you, the Catholic Church is the house of Satan. I'm gonna just get that straight. It's right. The house of Satan. The Muslim mosque is the house of Satan. Islam and Christianity is white supremacy. All right, they're not our religions. They're the religions of our oppressors. The religions, they're bastard religions, they're lies, they're not the truth. And you can learn the truth, all right? And the Lord orders us to destroy their gods and their places of worship. That's why we speak against them. I could only speak for the men in the Israelite school of UPK and the women in the Israelite school of UPK. We speak against the Christian church. The Christian church is a whorehouse. Right. The Catholic Church is a den of thieves and pedophilia. Them acolytes is suffering something heavy up in that Catholic Church, I'll tell you that. Them little boys will be coming out with the incense and chain and swinging it before the priest. Oh boy, that priest put his whole thumb in their mouth when he giving them the wafer. He take the wafer and say, blood of God. He put that thing all the way down their throat. There's all kind of sexual deviancy going on in there. And you might come in the truth and you might, be getting counsel or be courting a brother, and he might get you to admit that something horrible happened to you in that Catholic Church. Maybe. I don't know. But it's a horrible place to be. And the Lord called, he said, this is our statutes and our judgments that we tear down their places of worship. All right. That's what we do in the spirit, every class, every camp, speaking everywhere. Keep going.
Kawakan, verse 3. And ye shall overthrow their altars, and break their pillars, and burn their groves with fire. And ye shall hold down.
Overthrow their altars, and break their pillars, and burn their groves with fire. That's what the Lord commanded us to do. Right? In our land. We're not in our land now, but you sure could do that same thing in the spirit for you and your family. You could make that thing seem so unclean and nasty and destructive and evil. Boy, you do something for your family. Keep going. Let me know when you've reached the end of 3.
Kawakan, sir. And ye shall hold down the graven images of their gods and destroy the names of them out of that place. That's the end, sir.
That's the end. You shall hew down, meaning cut it down, like chop it down, the graven images. You shall do that because that's what's going to free you from the Stockholm syndrome. The final part of justice is allowing the victim to have power over the predator. That's why in court, when somebody gets sentenced to whether it's 50 years or whatever it is, do time for some kind of grievous assault or murder or death, they let the family come in there and just yell at them and tell them everything that they did wrong. You know what I mean? You're a bastard. You didn't do this. You didn't. And you see sometimes, brothers and sisters lose it and attack the person. But they let you come in there and say what you need to say to this person that harmed you because of the situation. You could not say nothing back to them that was evil. You get the point? When I say evil, meaning you could not give them recompense. You was in a position to do it, which we are not in a position to do it. We're not in a position to say to this devil, you done had us for 400 years. You done whipped our backs. You done sold our parents. You done set us on fire. F you bastards, if you ain't at least doing for us what you did for the state of Israel. As a people, we not in a position to do that. You understand? We're not in that position to do it. And it's because of Stockholm syndrome. Instead, we'll do what? I voted for Trump. I thought he was going for all the bad guys. I think Donald Trump is going to change his country around. You just got to give him a chance. Or if you're on Kamala's side and Biden's side, you vouch for them too. That's Stockholm syndrome. That's you shucking and jiving for a plate of food because you're so hungry. You're so hungry, it's fine. So hungry, it's okay. And somebody who has Stockholm syndrome needs to hear and see the disrespect or the thing that has power over them. It has to happen, or else you'll never be free. It's be like the boogeyman haunting you. You get the point? Did she say if it was a UPK brother or not? I almost want to say it's not a UPK brother. And if it was a UPK brother, he probably was getting at you for a good reason. So like I'm biased to the UPK brothers. Yeah, I mean, you get the point? But this is what I would tell you. If it's one of them Sakari cats is Jewish, right? They're not Jews. They're Jewish. Because if you go on Facebook, you go to my page, there's a video posted. You see homosexuality right at the top. I want you to play it for me, all right? Was there any more questions or are we good?
There's a few more questions.
Shit, I might have to wrap it up. Probably can't go no longer. Let's get
Judaism's view of homosexuality.
Play it from the start and then make sure it's up on the screen. And pause it when I tell you to pause. Just keep the screen, all right?
What is Judaism's view of homosexuality?
Male-to-male penetration is the only act that is forbidden in Orthodox Judaism. Loving one male to the other is certainly not forbidden. It's actually a beautiful thing. We actually find it in the Bible.
Hey, Rabbi.
Keep playing it. I just wanted to get the rabbi part.
What is Judaism's view of homosexuality?
Male-to-male penetration is the only act that is forbidden in Orthodox Judaism. Loving one male to the other is certainly not forbidden. It's actually a beautiful thing. We actually find it in the Bible.
Keep going. No, it loops. So why are you stopping it?
No, that was the second time.
Okay, I didn't hear him say rabbi.
What is Judaism's view of...
Yeah, that was the second time.
Okay, it plays on after that. It plays it.
Beautiful thing. We actually find it in the Bible.
Hey, Rabbi, what is Judaism's view of homosexuality?
This is a rabbi.
Male to male
Keep playing. I'll tell you.
Penetration is the only act that is forbidden in Orthodox Judaism.
He said, Rabbi, according to Judaism, which is Jewish, right? What's homosexuality? He said male to male penetration is the only thing forbidden according to Orthodox Jews, which is Jewish people. What does that mean? Male to male penetration is the only thing forbidden, but male to male love is okay. A man could love another man, meaning you could do other things with men. You just can't have male to male penetration. But you can have
woman to woman,
female to male penetration, Sakari. You're really Jewish, Sakari. Why don't you tell us that all the time, Sakari? Mazel tov. Mazel tov. L'chaim, Sakari. You a L'chaim gorilla. I didn't know you was that type of gorilla. You a Jewish man. According to Jewish men, the rabbi said, male to male penetration is forbidden, but a man can love another man. He could love on him, and he said that's in the Bible. I know where he going with that. He probably talking about David and Jonathan, which was not a homosexual relationship at all. That was brotherhood. But them niggas, you know, this like as long as they don't put it in, nigga, we good. We kosher. Right, Sakari? You really Jewish. I didn't know you was Jewish because you have a problem with the male to male thing because you talk about your homie who left the high holy day and went with a man. You have a problem with the male to male thing, but a woman bending you over is kosher, is straight. I didn't know you had a bar mitzvah, gorilla. You had a whole bar mitzvah, gorilla, or bat mitzvah. I don't know which one it was, but I know I'm seeing now that Sakari is really Jewish. He's an Orthodox. He's Jewish. That's why he wear the little silly hat. You know, he wear this silly hat because he's really Jewish with his whole head covered. That hat don't have a hole in the crown and all. You get the point? That small hat, you know, that's in the Apocrypha. I'll find it for you. Go ahead.
Slaggy, I believe it's called a Pilius.
What's that?
The small hat is called a Pilius. But if
I thought it was a yarmulke.
I believe we call it a Pilius, sir.
I don't know what it's called a peg.
But if I may, I'm about to say that's confusing because you know if you got male penetration and when the mule, he puts a little baby rod in his mouth, that's penetration, right?
No, he's putting his. That's not penetration, but it's the same thing. You understand? It's like what we've been talking about all night. A whore characteristics versus her actually being a whore. He's saying, well, if you don't penetrate a man, you're not gay. So if you kiss him in the mouth, you're straight. If you let your woman bend you over and put, you know, all kind of things in you. She put the Urim and the Thurim in your ass, and you supposed to be straight. Sakari, he was just Jewish all the time. I talk like Scooby-Doo. Sakari, you was just Jewish all the time. You was over here perpetrating. You was just Jewish because the Jewish man believes a woman could penetrate you behind. He says a man, play it one more time, man. They might have tuned in, just tuned in. You know, you say certain words, the algorithm, start to put that thing up.
From the beginning, sir? Or from
just play it, let it play. Just leave it, let it play. Don't stop it. Don't try to interpret it for anybody. Just let it play.
What is Judaism's view of homosexuality?
Male to male penetration is the only act that is forbidden in Orthodox Judaism.
2 Maccabees chapter 4, verse 12, sir.
For water. Go ahead, play it again for me. Play it again.
What is Judaism's view of homosexuality?
Male to male penetration is the only act that is forbidden in Orthodox Judaism. Loving one male to the other is certainly not forbidden. It's actually a beautiful thing. We actually find it in the Bible.
Hey, stop.
Hey, Rabbi.
Listen, Sakari said, man, I love y'all niggas, man. I love y'all. I thought to cry. I give you my love you. I put you all before my kids. You love a whole lot. You was just Jewish, Sakari. I didn't know it, man. I said, you call yourself gorilla and shit. You was just, and listen, he's wearing the little tassels thing. He doesn't wear fringes like how we do it. Even he move away from the thing around the shirt, the bottom of the shirt. He's wearing the little zits like the Jewish man. Sakari is really Jewish all along. We didn't know it. Now we know. Now it explains everything. It explains the whole pimping women out to white men because, you know, Sexy Red and Glorilla is some Jewish man who own their rights, telling them what to do, telling them what to sing and how to sing it and what to do. There's a Jewish record producer who gave Sexy Red checks for singing something pink and booty hole brown. You get the point? There's somebody who paid her to sing that. And it's the same thing as Sakari. He's really Jewish. Keep playing that.
What is Judaism's view of homosexuality?
Male-to-male penetration is the only act that is forbidden in Orthodox Judaism. Loving one male to the other is certainly not forbidden. It's actually a beautiful thing. We actually find it in the Bible.
Right? What is he said that's the only thing that's forbidden, male-to-male penetration. But female-to-male penetration that's okay, Sakari. That's all right. Lakan. Break a bottle. Mazel tov, Sakari. You had me, man. You could have fooled me, Sakari. Because let me get that scripture and we out here.
Kawakan, sir. 2 Maccabees, chapter 4, verse 12. For he built gladly a place of exercise under the tower itself, and brought the chief young men under his subjection, and made them wear a hat.
And made them wear a hat. That little yarmulke, they made them cover their hair and wear that hat like that old Steve. He always rocking that baseball cap. And I had nothing against baseball caps, but that's not a priestly garment. And if you a priest, you call yourself chief head priest gorilla. Where's your priestly attire? Where's your mitri? Where's your war scarf? Where's your headband? Where's them crowns like what them brothers be making? You ain't wearing none of that. You wearing that hat because you really set up by them. Keep reading.
Kawakan, verse 13. Now such was the height of Greek fashions.
That was the height of Greek fashions. He want to be fashionable like the Greeks.
Right.
He don't want to be holy and separate like an Israelite. He want to be fashionable like the Greeks. Wearing the hat fashionable like the Greeks, pegging like the Greeks. Apparently, that's a whole fad. I would have never ever guessed that shit. Apparently, that's a trending thing in the culture right now. Well, goddamn. Y'all lost me at the point where it was offensive to open a door for a woman. I saw that shit. I was like, no, bitch, better ever get mad at me opening the door for her. You better sit your ass in that damn car. You better go in first when I open the door for you and say Thawada. But there was once a time, maybe 5-6 years ago, there's a whole trend of men getting in the car first. They open the door and they go in because opening the door and letting her go in is seen as toxic masculinity. Like she needs you to open the door. She needs you to go for to be the lesser of the two. Keep reading. You have some chapter. You all right?
Kawakan, sir. An increase of heathenish manners through the exceeding profaneness of Jason, that ungodly wretch, and no high priest, that the priest had no courage to serve any more at the altar, but despising the temple and neglecting the sacrifices, hastened to be partakers of the unlawful allowance in the place of exercise. After the game of discus called them forth.
Listen, that's Sakari right there. That's them. That's them exceeding the profaneness of Jason, that ungodly wretch who was no high priest. Meaning, at this time, they had some Israelite who was claiming himself to be a high priest, but really was a sellout to the Israelites. And they remember him. And they say in this particular cat who set himself up with the Jews and he set himself up with the Greeks and was made to wear the silly hat and the height of Greek fashions. If you notice, he never in no Israelite gear. He never in what's Israelite culture. He wants to bring in the Greek culture and the Greek gear like what they think is fashionable for them, which is why so many people look to him like, damn, it's cool. I could learn about Christ being black and still be in the world. And that's really this. And they liken his wickedness. They say it exceeded the wickedness of Jason. They remembered whoever this fool was named Jason. And it's the same thing we say today. Like, this nigga worse than them GMS cats. They was talking about rape and shit. They was abusing women. Now he's their son, have women abusing him. Well, goddamn. Goddamn, Sakari. Did she put your hands behind your back? That's what I want to know. Did she hold your hands behind your back like, yeah, nigga. Yeah, gorilla. Yeah, gorilla. Well, how did she make you tap out? Did you tap out? Did you tap out?
Take that.
Did you tap out, Sakari? That's what I want to know. Yeah, listen, pineapples ain't gonna work here. But you really Jewish. We just heard from a rabbi that male-to-male penetration is the only thing frowned upon in the Jewish faith. So female penetrating a man is okay. That's okay, right? Because he said it. Male to male is the only thing they frown upon. A man could love a man and do whatever else with him, and a woman could penetrate it because male to male is the only one. This is all I'm gonna say, man. Passover is next week. Moses said, take the lamb, roast it with everything in it with bitter herbs, put the blood over your door, get in that room and shut the door and stay in there, stay in. You better come to the Israelite school at UPK, man. This is the ark. This is that little sanctuary. This is the place as the Lord gets to pass over here, because what Trump and them is doing, brother, he's trying to rebuild Rome, and only an act of the Lord is going to stop it. With that, listen, next week, April 12th, come on down from the 9th, the 10th, the 11th, the 12th, the 13th. It's going to be what? That's what, 5 days? 5 days, I think 6 days, 5 days. 5 days of insane Israelite cult leader shit. I'm going to tell you straight up and down. Cult leader, nigger, spick, and wetback shit. No pegs allowed. No pegging. With that, pass the class over to Priest and Officer Shepard.
I.S.U.P.K security announcements. We the I.S.U.P.K out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander General YAHANNA. Rules for new brothers and sisters. When the new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They're to be saluted only. They're here to share themselves with the world. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother or sister will court each other. After this 6 month period, the brother or sister will get permission from the head to marry. TITHES, which is a commandment. You can find this in the book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21, and the book of Malachi, chapter 3, verse 8 through 10. Means 10th in Hebrew and is pronounced ma'ashra. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund. Free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whichever amount you would like to give. Upcoming Holy Convocation, as we were saying before, the Lord's 56th annual Passover in Atlanta, Georgia, April the 12th, Saturday, April the 12th. It's going to be a whole week long worth of events. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you get your hotel rooms booked. If you haven't already, you need to do it right now. You know what I'm saying? Get your travel arrangements together. If you have any issues with either one of them, you know what I'm saying? Make sure to contact the camp leader in your city. Make sure you do that and don't just sit there and let that demon keep you away from the Passover. You know what I'm saying? Passover demon heavy. You got to fight back. You know what I'm saying? Fight that demon. Make sure you get in contact with somebody to get to the Passover. That's a commandment by the Lord. You know what I'm saying? I think it's, did I miss anything? The whole week long of Atlanta takeover. With 5 days, right? 5 days, we're going to take it over. Forget about the hotel. The hotels are taking over. You know what I mean? Anybody want to add anything? Come, sir. Remind Ahmed to check on social media such as ISUPK.com, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and so on for I.S.U.P.K events and materials. If a brother wants to be a troop in the school, you should start wearing all black, which includes black boots, black shirts, black pants, black headband, or scarf. And with that, I say I might them, which means to stand. We'll give a courtesy salute to the teacher. men of Israel. Imam Shabbat, Barak, y'all give him a time. So, which means to turn. Sister, you may say, I give. We'll give a courtesy salute to the sister. Men of Israel. Imam Shabbat, Mike, Barak, y'all give him a time. Class dismissed.
Welcome to Atlanta. Christ is Officer 5000, Jeremiah, the camp leader of Atlanta. Passover 2025, starting April the 9th, we got the lamb slaughter. April the 10th, we got General Muhammad's class. April the 11th, we got the black party that's gonna have the Hebrew graduation. April the 12th, in Atlanta, Georgia, the 56th annual Passover, the only Passover under Commander Junior YAHANNA.
Our great and holy King has honored us for turning our lives from the darkness to the light, man. There's no greater gift you can receive than to wake up to the truth and then commit your life to saving your brothers, man. Looking in their eyes and seeing their faces and seeing what they've suffered and what they've gone through and seeing the end of it, man. It is a guaranteed seat in the kingdom of heaven, man. So in the name of our King Yahushua, we dedicate us another Passover of brothers and sisters' lives being saved.
April the 13th, we got the Feast of Unleavened Bread. Shalom.
To be honest and let you know that I screamed a little bit when I heard you say, "What's up, baby?" Ah, man, like what are we gonna do? Because this is torture.
Just call my can't bleed and request me. Just call my can't bleed and request me. Just call my can't bleed and request me. Call my can't bleed and request me. Just call my.
From a spark to a flame, it burns bright. Like the feeling when you finally got my name right. Like a star in the dark, you provide light. Yeah, this could turn into something if we align right. I see you trying to change your life cause you want better. What I'm convinced in 6 months better is together. A story written for the ages, so in this short time, let's be open books. Explore pages like, are you down through all the changes? Jah finds out I'm an Israelite. I lose wages, how about the times and every month when you change phases? And after that, getting your cheeks clapped in different places. Matter of fact, I tell you now, you'll need leg braces. Cause after camp, do benevolence, sensations. And after camp, excavations and temptations. Move that damn hand, girl, that's a violation. Can you follow orders, I wonder? Cause when I'm mad, my voice sound like thunder. It's all love, my pretty dove. Just want you to be something that I'm proud of. It's my job to correct, so never disrespect. A white rose, you want to be chose, I'ma hit your camp leader, see how it goes, and pray that he don't oppose, cause that's how this old UPK thing goes. Decently and in order so we escape woes. You really do impress me, and now I can't wait until your spirit reflects me. Look in the mirror and tell yourself you accept me, and take the steps to call my camp leader and
just
request
call
me.
My camp leader and request me. Call my camp leader and request me. Just call my.
Oh my gosh, I'm getting excited. Oh wee, yeah. I'm getting excited. Yeah, I did hear that music.
Shalom.
This year, for the 56th annual Passover, Commanding Junior YAHANNA will be offering babysitting services for free for anyone that pays their $200 Passover fee. For paid babysitting and registration for babysitting, please contact Officer Yardan at 773-970-4343. Shalom.
Man, your boy Pastor Troy going all the way up with you, man. You already know. Friday, April 11th at the atrium. Yeah, man. Doors open at 8 p.m. You already know we're going from 8 p.m. to 2 a.m., man. You already know it's going all the way down. Your boy Pastor Troy, DJ Jelly performing live. And then we getting out there, man, Saturday, yeah, April 12th. It's going all the way down for the Passover. Yeah, man, you already know. At the Marriott Marquis downtown. Yeah, man, we're going from 5 p.m. to midnight. You already know. Hosted by Commander General YAHANNA. Your boy Pastor Troy going to be in the building, man. Y'all boys holler.
Friday. You already know it's April the 11th in Atlanta, Georgia, at the infamous Classic Atrium. I.S.U.P.K presents the All Black Party with live performances by
Never see another
King
nigga like
Time.
this. Used to have that white bitch popping on the night.
144. Nakawan.
Niggas snitching in the act like bitches. That's why we unaffiliated.
Sean.
If I'm more right, that's good business.
Natazar.
We in the game, coach. Fuck you talking, hey?
Special guest from China Monet. And Georgia's own Pastor Troy. 8 p.m. to 2 a.m. You already know ISUPK.com. Shalom.